Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this All About Dota broadcast. I'm Legion170. I'm joined by Maniac, and we have a draft going on, Maniac, in the AD2L Season 20 Contender League Grand Final. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Not much surprise coming out from LSC there with those opening two picks, but we were just talking about it in the in-client pregame show. Sequoia has got to be kicking himself that he's not here, as Witch Doctor Phoenix picked up for Team Red. So, kind of an interesting selection. Phoenix, we've been seeing a little bit more, but still not a ton. Witch Doctor makes sense, even with the Maldic nerf. Still a very strong laning hero. Pretty good team fight presence. I understand taking it away with the Faceless. That's a good combo. Void Ancient, pretty classic LSC combo. Pretty flexible in the Void, can go either lane. Most likely either way is going to be played by Ziggy. I would be very surprised if it wasn't played by Ziggy. Some of the ban's kind of interesting. Slark is an LSC often ban, but the PA is kind of interesting. I wonder if Team Red played that last week. I do know that last week when we cast LSC, they did play that Drow strat, so not Red not wanting any part of that, taking it and the sniper out. Well, maybe that's why they banned it out, is because they're not, planning on picking that really get on top of you hero. Troll ban is kind of interesting. I think it's got... Yeah, it would have good synergy with the Void, too. Not something that we see, really. But I like the hero. I just don't see him a whole lot.
And maybe there's someone else they want to who he'll be quite good against as well.
So dipping into a little bit of reserve time here. Naga, actually, the pick. So it looks to be carry Naga. We saw this earlier in the week at Captain's Draft tournament.
It didn't work either time, did it?
I want to say that the support one...
Oh yeah, it's the support one I think won, but the core did not. This could still be a support if they wanted to put Phoenix in the off lane. But good setup with the ult with can position that egg in the middle, put spirits on people, just all around good team fight positioning and can help them back up.
Yeah, really good against that Faceless Void. As long as she's not in the Chronosphere, she can just sleep and kind of reset everything.
Both teams going into reserve, taking quite a bit of their... LC taking a lot of their reserve this go round.
Yeah, probably planning out, just not this pick, but the next two picks. So this is really kind of where you decide the direction your draft wants to go. Like, that opening is just kind of setting the tone, but here's where you decide, like, what the overall strategy is. Are we just going to go all in on the team fight? Are we going to try to pick something that split pushes? What is the game plan? I think you have an idea of that with the opening picks, but it doesn't really solidify until picks 3 and 4. They are using up a lot of that time, though. There we go. Oh, that was a lot of time for a lion pick. But like I said, they're probably planning out the next two.
Lion, a pretty common support hero for them.
Yeah, it's definitely a hero that Aegis1 plays quite a lot. So it'll be Ziggy Void, Echo on the Ancient Apparition, and Lion being played by Aegis1 most likely. So that means Snapped and Tar need heroes. The Bloodseeker is available. They do like that. Clinks is also available. Clinks could actually be a pretty decent pick this game against like the Phoenix, that strafe.
The Tinker for Tar is still in the pool too.
Yeah, so if they wanted to go kind of like a gank lineup, they could do like a Tinker Clinks would be pretty decent. So red needs something that's going to go mid, and then they either need an offlaner or they need a 4 support. I would imagine the Phoenix is probably going to support, but you never know. Like, it could go offlane. Underlord is still available.
I do like Underlord. You can put that pit into the Chronosphere if you're not in it to be a nuisance to the Void, and put the Firestorm in there. Or if they're by the edge, you can ult and pull them out from the edge.
One of my favorite heroes right now, the Sea Captain himself, the Kunkka, is available. I think it's pretty good against the Void.
Really good.
Ooh.
Good against or with the Void.
Well,
let's
just call this one now. It's over. Sorry.
It's over.
Okay, no, it's not over. But I'm not a fan of the Spectre. We've, especially in the pro scene, you've seen it quite a bit, and it's just so easy to shut down. She doesn't farm very well until she gets Radiance, and if you can like really put pressure on her and delay that, force her into other items like the Vanguard or the Urn or Blade Mail, as we saw OG do, it's so underwhelming. But I mean, I guess it just depends on execution, right?
We say it a lot, and we never see it, but this would be a good aggro tri-lane for LSC, because they could really pressure that Spectre, and I think AA is a very good support for an aggro tri, being able to give the chilling touch to everyone, and good stunts from the Lion.
Did I call it or did I call it? Okay, so we did get the Clinks. The Clinks pick, and then like an instant Viper ban. Like, I didn't even see the clock start for Team Red before that went over. Wind Ranger ban here at the end for LSC. I have to imagine this is like a Tinker, right? Like, I mean, they have the Haunt.
Pretty good in this lane, in this game.
They have the Haunt and the Song to stop Tinker, but really nothing else.
Net and the Coconut right now for stuns, really. And you can still TP through the net, right? Because it's not a...
As long as the net hits you first.
Yeah.
Okay, so they go the Broodmother last pick here.
Still not a lot that they have to like lock her down.
They don't.
Phoenix will do well against, does do fairly decent, just because all of his stuff is AoE.
And okay, so there's the Admiral himself. I was wondering maybe if they'd go with like a Legion Commander, but instead they go with the Kunkka. I would assume that the Kunkka will follow Broodmother around, so most likely going into that mid lane. Will be interesting to see how LSE decides to lane this. They really have to put pressure on the Spectre. I mean, I guess they could go like the Naga into the mid lane too and use Riptide to kill Spiderlings. You know, so maybe it's like a offlane Kunkka, maybe like offlane Kunkka Phoenix. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this gets laned as we wait for the last pickup here.
To pick your hero, you moron.
All right, so as we get into the match here, final thoughts on the draft?
I think I kind of like LC's a little more just because I don't really like the Spectre. But I don't know. I think Team Red has a lot of potential for to be a good team too. A lot of setup and a lot of good abilities to set up in this.
Yeah, they've got a ton of wombo. It's going to come down to two heroes, right? On the one side of LSC, it's going to come down to the Broodmother and how effective she can be. And on the other, it's going to come down to that Spectre and how well she can farm. So it'll be interesting to see which team can protect their important hero the best. As we go ahead and get started here, let's do our check of...
Oxygen-rich atmosphere.
there is
Quick
a
tip.
smoke on Echo.
We'll be fine. Let's party.
I still don't really understand why they haven't why they haven't disabled tips in lobbies, but
No tip, man.
so there is a smoke here from Echo onto Tar and himself. I would imagine that it's just a warding.
Kind of looks like these supports from LC are going top, so maybe they are going to do an aggro try here. Or maybe they're just going to split the supports between the two lanes.
Yeah, I think it would, like you said, I think it'd be really good for them to go aggro tri-lane, especially if they are able to scout out the fact that Red is going to go tri-lane up here. The Clinks is going to be fine against the Phoenix.
Yeah. Cold Feet goes well with the Lion as well, because you just put the Cold Feet on and then get both Lion stuns down, and by the time those are done, you've got another stun. Just
So
a lot of
does
damage potential.
not look like anybody's going to be try to be aggressive here.
Stop blowing the horn. Can somebody stop
So it'll
blowing
go
that
2
horn?
runes either way. Let's go ahead and check out the block skills of our mids. Looks like gonna
Kunkka will
end
win
a
the
little
battle.
bit. Yep, it's gonna end up on the dire side here. I mean, this is going to be one of 2 battles to watch, and it does look like they're actually going to go 2-1-2 for LSC. So this Phoenix is going to be faced with the Lion and the Clinks.
Lion will be a pretty big pain for this Phoenix. Already getting some good shots on him, forcing him back.
In the top lane here, Ziggy getting harassed quite a bit. Does have a lot of tangos, so recognizing that that's going to be the case. The tough part for him is going to be this net. Like, if he gets rooted and can't time walk out, so if Root Toot Toot is going to have to time that well. Well, here we go. We've got a cast coming, but time walk through the trees, and he'll get up. Now Mist is going to get cold feeted. Dagger comes onto Ziggy here. The cold feet does proc, but that's going to be that. Some right clicks for his trouble for Mist. They are keeping Ziggy pretty close. He's probably going to have to ferry himself a salve at some point here. Bottom lane, Phoenix not really getting CS, but having a grand old time just getting some levels. And really, that's all she needs. She just wants level 6, maybe some tranks.
Yeah, I think the better move would just put this Lion top to help out, because she's not gonna, Phoenix won't do anything to Clinks in this. She gets too close, just get a couple searing arrows on her, and it'll do a lot.
So a little dewarding action does happen over on the side here. LC going to be without a little bit of vision. Oh, the net onto Aegisborn here. Here's First Blood, and Mist will take that. The coconut into the net, and First Blood going the way of Red here.
Phoenix getting pretty low. Not quite getting it. Actually, with the mana drain level 2 instead of the Hex, maybe could have got the kill if had the Hex and could have got 2 stuns. But
Now Lion maybe in some trouble. We're going to have to throw out the Impale. Those spirits are connecting. It does quite a decent amount of damage, especially as those are level 2. mid lane here, Tar taking quite a bit of damage. He is going to get X'd up. The Torrent is available as well into the Riptide. This Kunkka doing pretty well. 2 levels in the Tidebringer. Has not had to use his shared tango yet. And has a bottle, so things going pretty well for him. On the flip side, Tar does have the Soul Ring, so he's going to be able to start creating more and more Spiderlings. The question is, can he stay in this lane? Oh, and in the bottom lane here, Phoenix, ooh, that last arrow after, man, flies away, gets hit with one more arrow. Very, very low, but will survive.
I don't think it's the biggest of deals, though, if the Brood starts to get pushed out of lane, because she can pretty easily just rotate into the jungle and start stacking up spiders in there, and then come in and do quite a bit of damage and take the lane back.
Yeah, and she's just going to kind of wait for the Kunkka to rotate, too. Like, if he rotates, that's just a dead tower. Kunkka is going to find a double damage rune up here, though, so he's going to be able to get a 3rd level in Riptide very, very shortly, like right now. So double damage plus 3 levels of Riptide, or not Riptide, Tidebringer. I don't know why I keep saying that. Too many water abilities, I guess. He's going to be able to clear waves pretty well.
Yeah, with that one hit, he takes half the Spiderling's health.
And
So
that was not even with the double damage.
Tar will need to be careful not to feed spiders away, because that'll add up to a lot of gold if he feeds too many.
Up in the top lane here, it looks like we are going to have a competition for this bounty rune. Naga is up there harassing Aegisworn away. The net will go onto him. You know, throw some right clicks, maybe try to do some damage. He does not have the mana for a cold feet, so that will be a rune going the way of red. But now Ziggy has arrived and he wants to get a bash. Could not get it on the first hit and does not appear to be fast enough to get one on the second. Net does come out onto Aegisworn again. They're going to have to be close not to get caught in the double coconut. In the bottom lane, Echo does go down. So I guess I'm following no action there and the real action.
Yeah, level 2 spirits will do a lot of damage, and as a lion, you don't have a lot of health early. So Kunkka is doing very well. Almost double the last, over double the last hits of the Brood. Over double, almost double everyone, but probably some of them spiders
And this,
added in there.
the Spectre is doing pretty well herself. That said, it's only a 1k lead for red now, as they are going to go forward here. The Coconut's going to bounce between Maldict onto Aegisworn. The Dagger's going to come through there. The Riptide and a Maldict tick will do the trick here. Nice stun onto the Naga there. There is a Time Walk available for Ziggy. He's too greedy, though. It tries to turn around, but one more hit is going to do that, and that is the power of the Desolate there. He was all by himself, and one more chunk of Desolate ends up being his end. In the meantime, Tar very nearly going down mid as well. That double damage was popped with 4 levels of Tidebringer. The scan comes out for Kunkka. He's trying to find Tar, assuming he was going to go back towards the shrine, but instead he went over across the river and is just sitting in the web regenning. Now he's going to shoot the TP into the shrine.
This Klink's sitting with 1650 gold right now. What do you think he's saving up for? Was he just saving up for a Mithril Hammer to go straight into that Deso, or?
Probably an Orchid, I would imagine. So just kind of saving for that first Oblivion staff. Phoenix is just trying to get some more damage onto this Lion. There's one. The Impale will connect with the Echo. He throws the Hex out. The arrows are going to come out here, but the Spirits are there available as well. He will get that kill with the damage from the Icarus dive, and will be able to get out as well.
Kind of an interesting choice to try to use the Mana Drain there. It's not doing any damage, and you don't have a stun up, so if you're going to just stay there, you might as well just right-click.
So it looks like the Kunkka able to get the X ship combo off there to kill Tar. In the top lane now we got a Maledict onto Ziggy. The roots keep him from time walking, and he's down as well. All of a sudden, it's 7-0 Team Red and a 4K lead for them.
This Kunkka has almost 2 levels on Tar mid.
And it's about halfway to the armlet, which is a build that you don't see a ton anymore. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, was not expecting that.
Doesn't even have to use the egg there, just Power of the Spirits and then a dive on top of him. Yeah, those spirits are level 4, so 80 damage per second per spirit, so.
Looks like they are going to rotate Echo into the mid lane here, try to help out Tar. Tidebringer will connect with him, and he's going to get a deny on some creeps, but the Kunkka will know he's here. Oh my goodness. Tidebringer again, like taking Echo solo. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm just focusing on all the wrong things here tonight.
Snap rotating up here. Does have that first Oblivion staff, but changed his mind. Maybe heading mid. You will see this Naga rotating this way.
She'll see him as well, so he's gonna get the strafe on her. He's got the uphill. Is he fast enough to get back into position for this kill? Pink's coming out from Echo. Root 2-2 heading for the shrine. It is not up, however, so Snap is going to be able to walk into this. The creeps get aggroed. Maybe a little bit of a block here. You got one arrow, not able to do it. So that's a lot of time wasted there for Snap. Time that he's missing CS and not able to quite pick up that kill. Unfortunate for him.
This Kunkka is at 106 class hits right now, twice the next person, which is the Spectre.
Snapped in the mid lane, thought maybe he would try to go for that Kunkka with Tar, but not opting to do so. Yeah, thank the power of Tidebringer and those Spiderlings. This Kunkka's got 107 CS at 10 minutes. Not often that you see something like that come out.
Tar is getting a lot of spiders stacked up now,
Ziggy.
though, so he's just kind of rotating in the jungle.
Coconut not connecting with him before he time walks away, so he will be alright. Tell you what, these Team Red heroes are doing very well on levels. Level 10 on the Kunkka, level 8 on the Phoenix. We got the Hex onto the Kunkka into the mid lane, followed by the Impale, but Tar has jumped up into these Ancients trying to get some farm. The top lane here, Ziggy's going to get gone on here, but the Ice Blast does connect with 3. The Naga going to go down there at the same time. The Lion goes down to the Kunkka. Now we've got a Haunt coming in here. Where does this Spectre want to go? She's going to go mid. Yep, and the Ancients actually going to pick up that kill. Oh, look at this Kunkka. No HP. The armlet toggles.
Just going to spam that bottle. TPing back into X-Back so he can farm again. He's almost at full health again.
Spectre has opted to go Vanguard, and I mean, she's got Vanguard phase boots and 900 gold at 12 minutes, so she is looking pretty good right now. Ziggy got the mask.
Interesting choice to go the Vanguard, just since she was doing so well. I think she probably could have just skipped that and been really close to that relic, but going the safer way.
The only thing I can think is maybe she was worried that she's going to get, like, Chronosphered or something like that. Kunkka is invis. Oh, no, he's not invis. I don't know why I thought that. That was weird. Looks like he went invis. But they are going to spot him out here. Looks like Red wants to push this tower. Echo going to try to set up here into the tree. Aegis is here as well. There is an Ice Blast available. Here they go, maybe? No. Echo 3/4 of the way to level 6. We really would like that before they fight, but it is 4-on-3 at the moment.
Yeah, they need to be really careful because this Naga could just haunt in and set up the boat and the egg.
And Ziggy doesn't have a TP, and Tars is on cooldown, so it is just the three of them here. Double damage in Kunkka's bottle too. Net will go onto Aegisworn. Onto Aegisworn here in the back line. Echo gonna pick up the Hex. The Spirits are out there though. Red Mist will go down, but Lion is in trouble. He does get the level 6. Nice 2-man Chronosphere, but the Naga ult comes out at the exact same time. And so that Chronosphere will end. The egg does come out. The Time Walk away before the root. But Ziggy's still in some trouble. Goes down there. Snap's taken down to those fire spirits. And Kunkka doing the rest with a Tidebringer.
Yeah.
And
Kunkka went for the double stun with that Torrent. Missed both, but he had a double damage with the Tidebringer. He just did so much damage. He killed him still.
I haven't seen that Phoenix taunt before. Laid an egg there. That was pretty epic, actually. So let's go ahead and switch to net worth, and we will find pretty much what we would expect. Kunkka at the top, about 7K. And then we've got two more Team Red heroes. A 7K lead at the moment, 13-2, 14 minutes. How do you right the ship if you're LSC?
I think you need to start yanking like as soon as you can. This Clink is gonna have the Orchid soon, and just use both that and the Chronosphere to get as many ganks going as you can, because you can't take this late against the Kunkka and the Spectre, because I just don't think they have the tools to deal with those two being super farmed.
Yeah, and Broodmother falls off in the ultra late game. Like, her power peak is gonna be in that early to mid game, and then once she gets to that point, it kind of feels like her effectiveness definitely falls off, especially against a Kunkka.
And Tara is starting to farm better on her, but still a little behind. At 2,000 gold, maybe thinking a Radiance of his own?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. He's got the medallion, so I was thinking maybe Solar Crest, but you could be right. He could be going something a little bit greedier to help him farm. But once again, there are 4 heroes into this bottom lane. They're searching out for something. The pings come for a push top. Snapped, it looks like we'll walk that way. Meanwhile, the supports for red will throw down some wards. Yeah, Aegisworn assuming... Oh, rightfully so, actually. I thought that maybe they weren't going to place that, but they do put up the double ward here.
Both these sports do have their ult too, so... And Kunkka's there, so... And Phoenix, so they're just going to take this tower, and I don't think LSE can really do anything to stop it.
Well, Chronosphere onto the Spectre. The Clinks is here as well. The Ice Blast going to connect in the second, and Snapped will pick up that kill, so a good gank there on the Spectre, who had amassed quite a bit of gold. 2,400 still in the bank. The Spirits are going to come out onto Snapped, and this ultimate actually going to force both heroes away and actually kills the Clinks. Wow.
Great play getting both a Spirit, which is doing 80 damage a second, and the Dive doing another 70 a second, plus the Egg, just all together a ton of damage with the Veil going on top, so...
Yeah, and they got that tower in the bottom lane too, the Kunkka. The X up onto Tar. There's a Torrent and a boat. The Nest going to come through as well. Now Nooble's kind of in a weird position here. He's waiting for Tar to move into vision range, but he does not. The Torrent guess will be wrong. Oh, but now the Witch Doctor's here. Was invis. We got the Death Ward as well. And Tidebringer will put an end to Tar there.
Yeah, that Kunkka got a ton of spiders there too. He's gonna have this Chrysalis finish really shortly. Probably 200 gold short of the Chrysalis right now.
Yeah, and he's already got Shadowblade and the Armlet, so he's already hitting quite hard for some of these heroes that only have 700 HP. I mean, even the Clinks without creep in his stomach only has 700 HP.
Yeah, that was a big hit just on that Tidebringer, taking him lower to half. Super close to that Orchid. He's gonna need, I think they're gonna need to gank this Kunkka a lot too. Maybe get the Spectre too before she gets Radiant. But
Cold Feet were put onto the Kunkka, but Echo not able to get into range to stop him to get that stun off. And it looks like Red will just kind of back off. Kunkka is heading towards the mid lane. He does have a Chrysalis now.
My problem, but Dire's top tower just fell.
Ziggy is able to get that tower, but might pay for it with his life. A Time Walk was away, and yeah, Sunray and Desolate just melt him into nothingness.
yeah, our Phoenix is already level 13. Got 2 of his abilities to level 4 and the other one to 2. It's just so much damage per second. Chrysalis is completed on the Kunkka.
Things come out to go for Tar. He sees them coming. This Kunkka is Shadow Bladed. Oh, takes all the creeps and almost all the Spiderlings. Oh, and we got a Torrent here. They do have vision. The net goes down as well. The boat will connect. And the Spirit's able to finish that off. So Tar goes down in the jungle. 17-3 favor of Red. I mean, I think LSE knows that they're very far behind and they're just trying to split the map and farm the best that they can. The problem is that Red is doing a very good job of keeping the pressure on, and while they're doing that, they're allowing the Spectre to amass farm as well. That kill did delay the Relic, but not by as much as they really need it to.
Yeah, they delayed it from her, but at the same time, they let the Kunkka just get so far ahead. 4k ahead, almost 5k ahead of it. The closest LSC hero.
There will be a D-Ward mission here by Aegis Ward.
Looks like Team Red's just gonna try to take this mid tower, which I think they can just take this and then go into Roshan, or even take this and top and go into Rosh.
In the top lane here, they're going on to the Spectre again. Unfortunately, the Clinks was caught into the Chronosphere, but it's not going to matter. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, there was a little bit of a dodge attempt there by the Spectre trying to haunt somewhere else. At the same time, the line will get netted up and will die. Ice Blast did connect with 3, but not really anybody in danger from that. This Kunkka has a haste bottled. They get vision here, and there's the Icarus dive that's going to allow them to see Tar. Here's the Sunray and a net. The Coconut going to come through the Death Ward. All kinds of hate there as the Spider does go down. This is going to be an easy tier 2 into the mid lane. Clinks is coming from the backside here. I don't know that he really wants to do a whole lot. Maybe if this Witch Doctor comes off by himself. Yeah, he's off by himself. The Orchid, the Fire Arrows, and he will go down. So, nice little pickup there. They don't get the tower for Red, and they pick up a nice bounty there. 500 gold for the Witch Doctor. Oh, Ziggy, though, he's in some trouble here. The Torrent connects. The boat connects as well. There is an X available. It's going to not pull him back. He must have time walked through that. That was pretty crazy. The TP will come out, but the X and a net are going to be there. Riptide going to take him low. One more hit should do it. Oh, he time walks into the trees here, but again, Icarus Dive's going to clear the path, and Noobles picks up the kill with another Tidebringer hit. So, an almost good play for LSC. Kind of turns a little bit sour there. So 20-5, 10k lead. Red is traveling around quite well as a group. Let's take a look at the XP graph. And it doesn't really even seem to be affecting that either. So I thought maybe since they were in a group so much that they'd be giving a little bit of an XP advantage to LSC, but it's not looked to be the case. They are grouped up here in the top lane. Snap's kind of looking for the Spectre. Has the relic, but not enough for this recipe. No, he's not looking for the Spectre. He's looking for a tower. And it will be picked up here. He does skeleton walk away, but he got hit with that dagger, so... Oh, no. I thought maybe if the Naga had dust, they could pick that up, but she does not have any vision. In the top lane, Kunkka is going to or not Silver Edge. He's gonna, oh, my goodness. Shadow Blade's up. The pull back into the Torrent, and Ziggy is just gone. The damage coming out from this Kunkka, and the Fire Spirits and Urn are going to take another kill there as Aegis Warren going to go down. Now Echo caught into the Torrent, a Tidebringer, and some more Spirits, and all of a sudden 3 heroes for LSC are gone. Ping does come out to push into the mid lane. Well, maybe it's just they got the tower. Yeah, looks like they got the tier 2, but a tier 2 of their own going to go down, and 3 heroes. Now the Witch Doctor going to TP up into the tier 3. Make sure that is nice and protected. Meanwhile, Spectre is kind of on her own here. Gets orchided up. Tar goes the wrong way. Can the Clinks pick this up? Yes, he can. Now, Dust onto this Clinks. The Icarus dive forward. The Spirits are there. The Orchid, though, and a Yules here from this Phoenix. She self-Yules to purge that silence off of herself, and Tar's just going to TP out. So Tar actually went an Orchid of his own, so they have double Orchid. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really know that you're going to be able to get solo pickoffs right now, so I'm not sure that you need more than one, but at the same time, they do have a lot of good spellcasters, so maybe you do need 2. It's kind of a weird situation. I almost...
Spectre went down there, but Pig did have enough for the Radiance, so she'll have that up now. She comes up in the Haunt, so she can just farm away, and then once they start a fight, she can haunt into that newly purchased Radiance.
Yeah, it's going to be a very good power spike for them, as this Kunkka is level 18.
And almost has enough for his second Chrysalis or Demon Edge, whichever he will prefer to go first.
Yeah, he's got the full Daedalus. He is doing a healthy amount of damage.
674 crit.
Yeah, 916 with the Tidebringer, so and that's almost gonna kill 2 of the 2 supports from LSC.
He's gonna go for this Void now.
Yeah, Void knows that it's going. Oh wow, he was right on target with that, just a little too late. Not quite able to get into range, so Ziggy able to get away. Does look like Red has 4 heroes gathered up. The Spectre is ready to come in at a moment's notice.
Tar has a lot of spiders. They just get cleared out so quick between, you're going to have the Radiance for the Spectre, all of Kunkka's between his Tidebringer, his Alt and Torrent, the Splash from Naga, and all Phoenix stuff. Just gets cleared out way too quickly for them to actually really do anything to help him.
It almost feels like he needs to keep the Spiderlings in a different lane. Like, take the hero to defend and...
Keep pushing everything else out.
They are putting some pressure onto this tier 3. There's not a lot of response from LSC so far. Tar has not moved from his position in the mid lane, or he's trying to push things out. Maybe trying to get it to where he can pressure and force some TPs, but I don't know if that's going to work in time, as this tower is very low. Hex goes onto the Kunkka. Now Chronosphere onto 2 heroes. The Impale onto him, but there's a Sunray as well. There's the Ice Blast to stop that regen, but the Naga Song gonna reset things here, but it doesn't matter. He's actually gonna tick down to the Ancient Apparition, so really great bounty for Aegis Warren there. 728 gold.
See if they can get some more. Give Tar a chance.
Yeah. Snap picks up another kill. The Egg into the middle of their team, though. Yeah, he's dead too, and now this Witch Doctor's going to be dead as well. The Haunt will come up, and Spectre's going to clean house here. 2 kills already. Ziggy pretty low. Snapped is low. The Desolate's going to pick up that kill. He's not going to be able to pick up Snapped. Just not able to see him there.
Tower. But Tar might get this tower mid himself.
2 buybacks forced out already here from the Spectre. What can she do? She does not have a TP. They are trying to hunt her down. She's going to run right into a Lion who's going to throw out the Impale. Is there a Hex? There is a Hex as well. There's the Orchid and the death there. In the meantime, Tar pushing up into the mid lane. He's got a lot of spiders. He's going to get hit with that Maledict, but there is no Death Ward for another 30 seconds. The Naga coming in here. Tower is hitting Tar an awful lot, and he is going to be forced back as well. So he gets a healthy chunk of damage onto that mid tier 1. His team picks up some very, very good kills. And Red, in exchange, does get this tier 3 tower. So Shrines will open up.
Also got the courier that was heading either back from the secret shop. I think it was heading back from the secret shop with something from someone.
Looks
sure
like,
what was on it.
yeah, I don't know. The Chrysalis, Kunkka has Chrysalis. So I'm not sure what was going where. Oh, now we got Tar. He's caught up a little bit. The net does go off. The Sunray, will it be enough? It will.
Man, this Phoenix just going all kinds of damage. Also went the Kaya to bump up that spell damage with the Veil even more.
Yeah, with the 60 Fire Spirit DPS. These Fire Spirits are doing 140 damage per second, plus the 25% amp from the Veil, plus the 10 spell amp from the Kaya.
Plus the 8% from the level 10 talent.
Oh, yep. Oh my god, those spirits, if they connect, are just gonna melt anybody, really.
Yeah, 2 ticks almost completely kill the creep wave.
Well, in the top lane here, Kunkka's getting going on here. Snapped, throws out a BKB, and can he get the kill? No, the armlet toggle! Oh, no! Oh, he thought he was out of range there.
Oh, that's Ice Blast.
Oh, just a tick off. Noobles. Oh my goodness, oh, that is so unfortunate. Clinks was just a little bit too close when he turned, and not able to get the second arrow off.
I wonder if he should just go a Hurricane Pike, so on those pickoffs for the Kunkka, he can just Hurricane Pike them away from each other on those last few hits.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be careful just to not push him out of vision, but you're right. I think that in those last 2 hits would have been helpful.
It'd be a good
Oh, there's going to be a fight over the Roshan pit here. Hex does go out onto Mist, but now Coconut's going to go up, and it's going to just bounce between 2 heroes here. Aegis Warren already taken down from these Fire Spirits, as is Echo. The Urn charge is onto Echo as well. Nooble's going to charge forward here. Now he's just going to decide to back up and head into the pit here. In the meantime, Tar is pushing this mid lane. Do they have TPs? There's backpacked on Phoenix. There's one on Naga, backpacked on Kunkka, and one on the Spectre. So they have ways to get back. Okay, yep, the Kunkka.
Oh, he sees him.
He does. There's the X, the Torrent, the boat. Forces him back. Now we have Phoenix here in the middle of things here. Fire Spirits and a Sunray coming out. Snapped on the run as well. Tar burning down incredibly fast, but will survive. And back to this Roshan pit we go here. The Hex now, nice impale onto 2 heroes in an illusion. But still nothing. This Void is in position here. Has Manta looking for a kind of a good chrono. He's going to go for one. Gets onto 2 heroes here. The Spirits are going to go onto him, but the Kunkka will go down. He is silenced up. Manta's out of his Sunray. Is going to tick him down, so it is a 1-for-1 trade there. And the Lion actually almost dies too. I don't think he was anywhere near that, but he still almost dies. Clinks goes down to the Spectre.
To get away from that radiance, but it gave vision, so that all he had to do was right click him once. So I think since Tar isn't fighting with him, I think he should have just not bought the Orchid and went like Boots of Travel and Necrobook, because he could just like go to this bottom lane that's pushing itself and push it, and just rotate to whatever lane that's pushed out or needs to be pushed out away from Team Red.
Yeah, I think the Orchid was a good idea when the game plan was, hey, like, we're just gonna gank, we'll get kills, we'll snowball. But as soon as that didn't work out, that item kind of backfires on you, because it's like, well, I have this 5,000 gold item that's not doing me anything. So I don't know if that's something that he could have changed halfway through, or if it was like he was committed to it by the time the plan fell apart, or what.
Pretty deep here. He needs to be careful.
Phoenix is scouting it out here. Icarus Dive is going to go right on top of him. Sunray's going to do some damage to these spiderlings, but Tar looks like he's going to be able to get away at least for the moment here. Now Naga's into the middle of things here.
Good
Sees
song,
him.
but
Still should see
no,
him.
dude.
He's going to try to go juke it around. He's wasting a lot of time here. Unfortunately, his team not really in a position to do anything with the time. He's just going to go up and down and all over. He's got a teleport available, but Sunray is here to scout it out again. The torrent will not connect. He's going to try to run again, but the X is here this time, and he's going to go down to the burn damage from the egg. Tar saying, hey, like, I think they have vision over here. They do not, though.
Spectre gonna go a Lincoln Spear next, just so he can block that Orchid not being able to be picked off as easily by this Clinks.
And they're just going to go straight for that tower. They do pick up the tier 3, so we are even in terms of tier 3s, but now LSC going to have to get back in a hurry. All their heroes do have teleports. The racks are open in this bottom lane, and here comes Red. 15 seconds until the Broodmother is available here. Nice blink forward. We got the stun as well, but the Naga, the sleep onto the Void here. The Chronosphere will end. Ziggy going to have to Manta. There is a Yules onto the Spectre. Root onto the line. Oh my god, that line just exploded. Tidebringer for the win. We got the boat coming in here. The X is going to come. It's going to land onto Ziggy, and he just explodes as well. 2 heroes dead with no buyback. Tar is up, but has no spiderlings and really no damage, so I don't know what he's going to be able to do. And as well fought as this has been for LSC, this could be the end. This is definitely a barracks. Oh, the net dodged by the BKB, or the Invis. It must have been dodged by the Invis, because BKB should not stop that. So that will be a full Rax for Team Red. See if LSC can catch anything on the outside. The backup, nothing on the retreat. They are going to go right into this mid, looking for the tier 2 tower. Top lane is pushing in quite well also. And we have a disconnect here from the Witch Doctor, which will give both teams a second to pause, to breathe. That's what I meant, not to pause.
Spectre still has Aegis too, so I kind of feel that once they notice the game starting to go downhill, I think Snapped and Tar should have just tried to start split pushing as much as they could. Tar did get some done, but I think it would have been better if he would have built differently just for the full split push with the Brood.
There's still an Aegis on the Spectre, so they can be pretty bold with their movements. Kunkka, 2 Daedalus, looking to build a BKB next, wanting to protect himself from that, from the Aegis-worn damage, most likely. Also the stuns from Echo, but I would imagine the Ice Blast has been a pretty consistent thorn in his side throughout this game. Oh, see, LSC should have done their scouting. Noobles has a Kunkka effigy. Because that means so much, but... a little bit of internet issues. Ag's coming up next for the Naga. That's it's gonna.
A lot of heal. 10% heal.
Yeah. So anybody gets low into the Chronosphere, anything like that, they're just gonna be instantly back at half health. BKB almost up for Tar, so that Phoenix damage will start to present less of a problem, but the Kunkka still quite the problem here with the double Daedalus. And we're back.
He also went the full damage in the talents with the 40 at level 10 and the 25 strength at 20. Maybe we'll see a minus 1.5 seconds on that Tidebringer for level 25 too, just so we can put that out even more.
Yeah, I mean, Ghost Ship Fleet is not good. it's not good. So look at that creep wave digging into that tower here.
The super dive coming in with the Shivas, putting those spirits down.
Let's take a little bit wider look here because we have so many skills that can go so far. Dire skill courier does die. Snapped, able to pick that off into the background here. Looks like this is pretty much going to be uncontested, at least for the tower. Snap not in a position really to do a whole lot. Now he is. The Orchid Silence going to go onto the Spectre, but it gets manted off immediately. He moves forward to try to hit Mist, but he's going to just go invis. The Root comes now onto the Snapped. Ultimate does connect with the Spectre, but remember, she has Aegis, so she can run around and do basically whatever she wants. The Dagger here, the Super Dive, one hit with that Desolate is going to end the life. Oh, nice 4-man Chrono coming out here. Okay, and they do the damage, though. That's the question. The Ice Blast connects, but the Spectre, again, still has Aegis. Now we got the Egg is going to drop here. A little bit of miscommunication here between the Naga and the Phoenix. The stun will connect onto Tar. The Sunray is going to finish him off. Blast just murders the Lion, and down goes the Clinks as well. That's probably just GG as 2 buybacks were used in that fight. Yep, and that will be the end of game 1. So Team Red, they were in the lead for basically the entire game, if not the entire game. I thought for a second there with that big team fight in bottom, taking out 4 heroes, almost taking out a tier 3, that maybe LSC was going to bring it back, but not quite able to do so. So we will take a break here, and we will be back for game 2 of this grand final between Team Red and LSC. Please stay tuned. Dota friends, for this Game 2 in the AD2L Contender League Grand Final. I'm Legion 170. He's Maniac. Team Red took a pretty commanding 1-0 lead in this series. But as we look at the draft now, Maniac, what do you think?
LSC coming out with a pretty strong off-lane combo. And Team Red, a good ganker along with a very powerful team fight support with the Warlock. Those chains are just so strong when you get them on a bunch of heroes. And a big stun to disrupt everything with the Golem.
Yeah, I don't know if Warlock's coming back in the pro scene at all, but he is coming back in pubs and in amateur tournaments like crazy. And I gotta say, I love it. I love this hero. Like you said, the chains are just ridiculous. I'm a big fan of going the straight, like not straight, but going the refresher as your first big item instead of the Ags, which used to be kind of the classic build. But getting 2 stuns and then when you die, getting a golem. So it's like you're still getting multiple golems, but you have all those stuns as well, which is huge for a team fight.
And with the refresher, you get double chains, which is extremely nice.
Yeah, in the early game, that heal, one of the best skills in the game, whether it's offensively used or defensively used. So just a really good all-around hero that I wish we would see picked up more often. Some of the bans coming out, not too surprising. The Void ban from Team Red. Not wanting Ziggy to have his kind of signature hero. AM ban is a little interesting. I don't know that we've seen LSC play a lot of AM, but apparently just not wanting to deal with that late game, knowing that their supports aren't going to have a lot of catch. That the Nyx Assassin stun is anything but reliable, so taking him out. PA Medusa taken out on the side of LSC. Also, you've got that respect ban of the Phoenix, who just destroyed in that last game. So taking out some mids and taking out that offlaner. And again, LSC taking a lot of time with this third pick.
Great to see his support coming out here.
Come on, Radiant team, you gotta pick 'em right.
Okay.
There's the line again.
They go back to the line. I mean, it's another good. It's a good
Burst
laning
between
support.
the two supports.
Yeah, that's true too. They have a lot of burst damage between the supports and between the Infernal Blade of Doom. Honestly,
Yeah.
like there's a lot of damage there.
Their carry will definitely need to be someone who puts out high physical DPS, just because these 3 heroes are very magical,
5 seconds more,
damage
it'll be
based.
fine.
Yeah, I almost wonder if LSC pulls out the Spectre in return here. It is a Ziggy hero, something that he likes quite a bit. So that is definitely a possibility, although she does have that Radiance, which is going to be a lot of magic damage as well, so maybe not the best choice as we look at things right here. Warlock Nyx, so I almost wonder if this Nyx is like an off lane, and so do they need a support, or do they need or do they just need cores from here on out? And they're taking a lot of time here as well.
Go, dire team, pick 'em up.
Okay, so that answers that question. The Abaddon comes out, and he will be the off laner. The Nyx will be the 4, and the Warlock will be the 5.
Abaddon's kind of an interesting hero, because you don't really see him very often.
I think the nice thing is that his ult is going to allow him to survive a lot of these skills.
I think the only thing he has to worry about is if he's like right above that threshold and Lion ults him, he can skip over that threshold.
Yeah, and he's gonna, if he gets his shield off before a Doom, he's gonna be able to tank it pretty well. So I mean, I like the pick. Provides good physical DPS, good save. They've got good sustain here between the Warlock and the Abaddon. Probably some kind of core needs to come out here from LSC. What Slark is still in the pool. Pretty good against the Abaddon. If you get the Silver Edge and force him to manually use the alt, sometimes you can trip things up a little bit. Oh, okay, I was right the first time. So Spectre is the pickup here for Ziggy. That leaves the Tar hero to be selected. Tinker and Windranger still in the pool, so he's going to have a pretty good decision here on what he wants to go. I almost wonder if Tinker is too much magic damage into this. I think I would like Windranger quite a bit, though.
10 seconds to pick your hero.
I like Windranger a lot because as soon as you get that Maelstrom up, you are doing pretty good damage. And late game, she gets Scepter, putting down her ultimate to 0 reduction, and puts out a ton of right-click physical damage.
Meanwhile, Red probably going to want a ranged hero. They need a mid and a carry. Luna, maybe? Okay, so they're going Venge. So we're going to go kind of a quicker push strat type deal here. Drought is still available, so if they wanted to double up on those auras. Storm, the last ban from LSC. Let's see how Red want to treat this. I think I would ban the Tinker and then pick something like a Drow. I think that would be pretty good. Or even like a Luna.
That would mean you have to send the Venge or Luna mid, though.
Luna could probably... I think Luna would be alright against the Windranger. Might need some support. Could be something crazy. Do you think maybe we get the Warlock mid? I would love that.
That is a possibility.
I don't think it'll
Get some
happen,
good
but
quick levels. A lot of good quick levels, and then start rotating with that alt and pushing towers.
Team Red could choose to go the Windranger here as well. Pretty good synergy with the Venge. Ranged, good right click. They need somebody to hit towers.
Only 10 seconds left to pick a hero. Yeah, 5 seconds left now.
I mean, hitting buildings is not a strength of LSC either. So that's why I think
No.
Windranger would be a good pick for either of these teams.
Pick it good.
Monkey King. All right. So, well, how are they going to lane this? So it's going to be the Abaddon off lane. The Monkey King. I don't know. I guess it depends on how LSC picks here. I would imagine it would be carry Monkey King. Maybe a mid. Maybe this is a mid Warlock. Okay, so there's the Tinker.
Time to choose your hero.
I'd probably send, I guess the Venge, but who was Neo their mid? Who was their
Nubles
mid?
was the mid.
It's either Monkey King or Warlock.
So it's
the
Monkey King.
He may have a hard time against that laser.
Yeah, very interesting. Looking at these lineups, I don't really know. Honestly, I don't really know what to think. I think it's pretty even. Just kind of goes down to playstyle. Again, the Spectre needs to be given room to farm. The Tinker can delay games for that to happen, as long as things go reasonably well. I have to imagine this lane pretty heavily favors the Tinker if it is the Monkey King going there.
Yeah, he can just spam out that laser and it'll do both good damage to the Monkey King and blinds him, forcing him to get no last hits.
Mist has
And
that new
this is
sweet Warlock set. Just want to interrupt and throw that out there. I want it.
This is the Tar special is the Tinker, so
Yeah. I mean, it's his favorite hero, right? Or at least it appears to be his favorite hero, depending on how often he picks it. I still kind of feel that the Windranger was a better pick there, but I guess we will find out as we jump into Game 2 of this grand final for the Contender League Season 20 of AD2L.
Why aren't they doing anything? They're just standing around.
So let's take a look at the backpack and see if we got smokes. We do have one on Echo once again. He's going to go on a warding mission, perhaps.
King is chilling mid as a courier.
That is like the best thing that you can transform into, because
You get the faster movement speed.
yep, you can get that 380 move speed. I mean, he is very, very fast as a courier. And also, he's very shiny. Look at that. Shiny dragon.
I don't know if I've seen that courier before. The gold dragon.
Ooh, 30 seconds until this place goes ham.
So we got Carryvenge, mid Monkey King, offlane Abaddon.
Just going solo Abaddon too.
Stay frosty.
I do think they can get some kills down here bottom with these three. Have the Venge stun first, and then the Nyx stun.
Somebody stop blowing that horn.
So again, as Fire Fist appears to be AFK, maybe? Okay. Again, we'll split the bounties to each side. Lion secured that bounty and is now heading towards the top lane, it appears. So it's going to be the two offlaners on their own against tri-lanes. Neither one is going to like that too much, but...
Yeah, Doom has 0 starting armor, so...
Oh, and actually, looks like this Warlock is going to opt to come into the mid lane and help the Monkey King. I think that's a really good decision. Monkey King, like you said, going to have a struggle against that laser, so just trying to give him whatever help that he can. And it forces Echo to be here too, which the Tinker doesn't want because he wants to get levels as quickly as possible. Trading a lot of damage there with Echo, Shadow Word, and right clicks doing quite a lot of damage.
Or actually, I'll just go for the Martian Machines level 2. Kind of interesting. And I thought Rocket would come out.
Maybe just recognizing that this lane is going to be very difficult with this Warlock here and just trying to pick up farm however he can. Also, if he levels that, he can start having the Lion stack some of these camps up here and can farm that way as well. So, fantastic start for the Monkey King. He has got to be ecstatic right now. 8-4. Stun does go on to Mist, but there's a Chains as well. Only level 1, so it's only going to hit 3 units. The 2 heroes and the range creep. Doom pretty low. Going to throw an Inferno Blade onto Root 2-2, who does have a stun. He pumps it a couple times, does connect there. Magic Missile on the way now. This could be our first blood here. The Neo needs to get a couple more last hits. The Magic Wand is popped there. One more auto from the Nyx, and that'll do it. Giving the kill to Neo. Oh, just the same time almost. This Warlock getting a little bit deep and goes down to Tar. So they just missed on the first blood. Do LSC. And so... just a very slight advantage going the way of Team Red. Oh, now in the top lane here, Abaddon may be in a bad position as he's going to get stunned up and forced backwards thanks to that mana drain. Abaddon's life is pretty hard until level 6. He's going to get daggered up. We'll throw the shield up here, but now we got a Frost Blast. There is a stun available right now. The Impale will go out here. The 2 autos from the supports will do that. Echo takes a lot of damage from the creeps, but he'll be able to walk away fine.
Tar's getting pretty low mid. Oh,
And the
like
Monkey King
one
going to
maybe
dive
two
him
more
up.
hits.
One more hit will do it, and Nubel's picking up the solo kill there onto the Tinker, so as if things could not get better for him.
He's got a full level on Tar already. Because he has the kill, and he's 16-5 compared to Tar's 1-2.
And focusing on that mid lane and missed the action into the bottom lane as the Doom goes down once again. That stun combo plus the Warlock heal. I mean, I guess Mist is just feeling comfortable enough with the lead that he's been able to give the Monkey King that he can come back into this lane and really make Doom's life hell.
Yeah, Tar is forced pretty far back here.
Yeah, there's the power of the laser, though. Oh. It's, Boundless Strike coming out there.
Yeah, I think as levels increase, Tar will start to do better just because he can spam out some damage with laser and the missile.
Root Doot Doot is sitting in the mid lane. He's got Invis. The lane, though, pushing in for red.
Sentry.
Yeah, there's a Dire Sentry there as well, so Nyx is not hidden. In the top lane here, another Frost Blast coming out here. Nice Impale from Echo, and then the Mana Drain forcing this Abaddon back a little bit. Into the bottom lane, snapped pretty low. Those chains and the Shadow Word doing their job. 5-minute rune is going to pop up, and it looks like Mist is going to be able to collect both of those, so 3 will go the way of red. Those bounty changes, that's more and more important. Monkey King about halfway to level 6. I don't know how much that level 6 will help him in this lane, but if he gets some good rotations into team fights, it can be a game changer.
Echo getting stuck in the trees.
And he will get bailed out there, but that creep blocked him for quite a long time. Fire Fist will get stunned up. The Frost Blast will break the Aphotic Shield. Mana Drain's going to get him basically empty. He does have 2 mangoes, though. Oh, and as that's going on... Oh my goodness, I'm just missing everything here. It happened so fast. Let's go look at this Monkey King first. Just looks like he dove the tower. 500 damage from the tower to end up killing him. The Doom just getting caught up in all that burst damage once more.
Yeah, Tar has gone 3 levels of March and has rearmed now, so can start doing jungle. There aren't any stacks there for him, but he can start clearing them.
Echo wants to go for this Abaddon, I think. The Frost Blast is there, but his teammates are not. He is going to walk right into vision here. The Impale is there. He has a Hex. The Mana Drain instead going to be what he goes. Auto's coming out here from Fire Fist. There's the Hex. Echo very low. They are going to force him back, however. The Warlock has arrived into this top lane. He's just going wherever he's needed, throwing out heals left and right. The Nyx Assassin is here as well, sitting about level 4.5. It means in the bottom lane, this Venge is all alone up against this Doom, who does not have an Infernal Blade right now, but has forced out the Salve anyway.
She is out leveling him by 2 levels right now, so I don't think she's too worried. Has level 3 stun, so just thinking at this point she can probably hold her own against
some
him.
autos going out on him. There's a magic missile as well. The scream, the swap to get him back into the middle of the creeps here. Some more autos coming out. There is a stick. The net does come out, but she is still in range there, able to pick up that kill. Killing spree here at 8 minutes. This Venge doing very, very well. 45-29 right now. Let's go ahead and swap over. Oh, as I'm trying to do that, because I apparently don't know my hotkeys. They get another kill. So Venge top the net worth here, about 1,200 ahead of the Spectre, who they're now going to go in on here. The heal is onto him. The Aphotic Shield is ready, but they're just not wanting to dive this tower at this point. Echo will come back up into this top lane. In the meantime, Nooble's forced to Boundless Strike to get his way out of there. That laser doing all kinds of work right now. Courier going to pass really close to the Doom here. There's nothing he can really do about it, though.
Venge with the quick drums. Gives some good stats. Some mana regen. Tower's gonna start to clear this jungle a little bit. Maybe go for a stack first here.
It's Abaddon very close to 6. Desperately wants it. Monkey King TP now. He's going to head into this top lane here. Looks like they're going to try for something. Maybe it's just defensive, hoping to... nope. He's going to jump up. He does have the ultimate that goes for the pounce instead. The carapace will not connect on anything until Echo stuns it. Now the Hex, the Aphotic Shield onto the Monkey King, but he's taking a lot of damage. Boundless Strike does come out. Ziggy up into the trees. Will go down to that 4th tick there. Now Nubles probably wants to go for a little bit more. He has got another pounce here in 2. He does get it off here. An auto onto Echo. The stun. Can he get one more attack? Oh, Echo stops! Oh, no. I think if he just walks, he might be all right. Oh, now Aegis Warren. He walks into a Boundless Strike. What can happen here? 3 seconds till we have yet another Primal Spring. He's going to come up. There's the Tree Dance. There's the Spring. Ziggy will haunt into this, but what can he do? The Desolate is actually doing a heck of a lot of damage here. He's got Phase Boots as well. This Monkey King needs help. He's going to throw up the Wukong's command, but not going to be enough. All alone in the middle of all those creeps. He will go down. A 3 streak ended.
Maybe you would have had a better chance. They're just trying to continue to run and maybe spring out of there. With a Warlock, I think, was coming that way with the heal, but at this time, Tar's getting far mid now. He's 700 from those travels.
The levels on the cores on the safe lane and the mid laner for Red are quite good right now. Oh, Echo gonna get Vendetta Striked and stunned as well. He will die to the Aphotic Shield proc. Now Abaddon maybe in... Okay, he's in a fine spot. Primal Spring is available here. There's the Tree Dance, the Spring onto Ziggy. They really want to pressure this Spectre. One more hit. Nope, he's gonna throw the Boundless Strike. Now he's gonna get the 4th hit on him, and Ziggy will go down again. The Lion cancels the TP. A Primal Spring out of tower damage range. And that'll be that. So 11-4 now in favor of Red.
Get with it. That force field leads me to believe that Dire just fortified their structure. Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, this is what we were talking about, the game plan against Spectre, right? Is get as much aggression in her face as possible. Don't allow her to farm. She's still in a decent spot. She's got the Aquila. She's got Phase Boots, but she really wants to be farming more, and this Monkey King not allowing her to do so. The Hex now onto the Monkey King here. He's jumped in kind of without his team. The Mana Burn onto Echo. Oh, the Boundless Strike just annihilates him. A double kill with 3 swings of the club. Ziggy forced to just dagger him back away. This tower is dead, and honestly, Ziggy not in the greatest of positions back here.
Monkey King is just so strong early with 4 levels in Jingo Mastery and the 3 in Boundless. Like, you get those 4 hits, and you're gonna take like a third of the support's health, so...
I mean, I think he almost one-hit that Lion with the Boundless Strike. That was actually insane.
Tar is only 100 from his travels now, which will help him quite a bit.
At the same time, this Monkey King is farming himself up a storm as well. He's going to go for the Battle Fury next, and he's more than halfway to it. Bottom lane here, the Doom onto the Venge. The stun comes out from Echo as well. Here's a little bit of mana drain to slow. She is pretty tanky here, though. The heal comes out from the Warlock. The chains as well. She wants to turn and fight this. She's almost out of the Doom. The stun from the Nyx. A nice ravage there onto 2 heroes from the Echo. The Scream coming out there, and the Golem as well dropped. The swap now. Echo coming back. Great swap there. Neo dominating, 2 kills into the bottom lane. The Golem is out. That's going to be a tier 1 tower here. And the top lane, Abaddon is level 7 now, so feeling no fear in the face of Ziggy. And honestly, he's not that far behind him in terms of progress towards the Radiance. And the supports, they want to get something going on here for Ziggy. Frost Blast comes in. The Lion tries to come in from behind, but Fire Fist kind of aware something's up.
Monkey King is rotating up here, and he's got everything for the Battle Fury except the Demon Edge now.
As well, that's going on. Tower being pushed into the bottom lane here. Fire Fist is going to have to proc the ult. Primal Spring onto Ziggy. Boundless Strike as well. But do they have enough here? The Jingu stacks up to 4. Another Tree Dance. And that seems to be the end of it, at least for now. The Tree Dance will have to go back. Now they're going to go back in on Fire Fist. He does not have an ult for 40 seconds. Does have the Aphotic Shield and a Teleport Scroll. He's going to get hexed up here and then just burst it down, it looks like. The Primal Spring into the middle of things here. A Boundless Strike will almost kill Aegisworn. 2 more hits after that. Now here comes Wukong's command. The Finger of Death takes Noobles pretty low, but this ult doing a good job of zoning the Spectre backwards. And he just Tree Dances. They know he's up there, but I don't know if they can get into where he's at. In the meantime, Tinker does have those boosted travel. Going to be working on the Blink Dagger. About 1,400 gold away from that.
Venge got this bottom tier 2 very low. It's
Promise Spring onto Ziggy here. He's going to get 2 stacks of Jingo, but then he gets hexed up through the trees. The Dagger to reinitiate. It is going to show off his location. Not able to... oh, okay. The Lich ult just going to follow him around there, so that kill will get picked up by Aegisworn.
Warlock, it's going Midas. He'll have it in 100 gold.
Oh, the Doom is going to come out here onto the Nyx Assassin, and he will just tick down to the Doom. Nice little pick off for him. Venge, oh, she was looking for it.
Almost got Warlock.
Venge wanted to, but the Warlock was just too low. They will save this mid tower for the moment. It is deniable. I believe they missed that, though.
They are rotating on Ziggy up here.
Oh, the swap now onto Ziggy. The Magic Missile as well. The Dagger already used, so that Path Walking going to be unavailable here very soon. Is going to Path Walk out right back past his own creeps. They did not see that. They did not have vision. This Venge now trapped by 4. Will get Aphotic shielded, but is that going to be enough? I don't think so. The Hex onto the Abaddon now. This Venge is actually quite fast as phase boots and drums. The Nyx Assassin is here as well. The ult going to get procced by onto the Abaddon. Now we've got Haunt forward here. They really want to get this Venge. They know she's on a streak. Instead, they're going to have to probably settle for Fire Fist here as he will go down, but the Venge does not. Using an Aphotic Shield with the dying breath there onto the carry, so very well played by that Abaddon, who's actually going to go Blade Mail next, so not going to go for a Radiance of his own. Double damage on the Monkey King, who is heading up towards this top lane, about 700 gold short of the Battle Fury. Yeah, LSC needs to be very careful. If he catches somebody here, they're just going to basically instantly die. Pings do come out from Tar saying, hey, this guy's up here, you need to get out. And looks like his team will follow that advice, and they do escape. Oh, except for Ziggy. Okay, I did not notice that Ziggy was still up here.
He had 3 seconds left. He was getting close to that relic, too.
So good patience there and picking up that that kill on the Spectre and delaying that Radiance a little bit more.
Maybe you just noticed that Nyx was invis mid because Abaddon just fed him a mango. Because after he did that, they all immediately backed up.
Oh, the Sentry is down here from Echo. The Vendetta will connect, but the Hex is going to put an end to that gank attempt. In the meantime, Neo cutting the wave in the top lane here, up with Noobles and Mist. Ultimates are available. The Doom is going to teleport in, it looks like. He does have a Doom available. Who did they want to put it on? Looks like a lot of kiting going to happen here. The Warlock ult going to go down into the middle of 3 heroes here. The Chain Frost going to bounce around as well. A nice Carapace going to delay at least some of that damage, but the Monkey King doomed up, and he's going to fall very easily. The Nyx is the next to fall. They're going to chase after this Vengeful Spirit. Now all of a sudden it's 3 kills here. Mega kill streak picked up by the Lich. Ziggy He wants this kill. This is going to be a big strike. And he is actually going to get it. So 600 gold going to the way of that Spectre. That's the relic.
That is a big play by LSC there.
It's a big play by LSC. Kind of a questionable one by Team Red, too. This Monkey King has been awfully liberal with his tree dances in tower range where there's vision on top of those trees. What was the accident? There's a...
He actually said GG. Lich's ult did a lot of work in that, like...
Oh, it was a bad...
round. Oh, he almost killed him.
Oh, now we got the Primal Spring onto this Tinker, but... Oh, the TP actually stopped by the Boundless Strike. The refresh going to come in here. That laser actually going to wear off, and Tar dies.
Yeah, he only had level 1 rearm, so it was taking too long. I thought he was... When he rearmed and could have blinked out of there, but instead tried to man-fight him.
I think that he just was overconfident in the speed there. Thought the laser would last long enough that he could get out without the blink, but...
That gives Monkey King Battle Fury.
All things considered, this game is insanely close.
He's running around with it in his backpack right now.
He doesn't want the enemy team to see it. He's about 500 gold away from that recipe, so it should be here in like the next minute or so that Radiance just come up onto the Spectre. Tinker doing Tinker things here. Blink as well as the bots. Aether Lens will be next. Following that, I would assume it's going to be an Ags and Sheepstick.
Warlock has Midas, and he's going to go the Vlad's next to help out his team. Be quite helpful for the Monkey King.
Yeah, it'll be helpful as long as he's alive, and he's pretty squishy right now, so I don't know how long that'll actually be. Maybe gonna need to pick up like a Glimmer Cape or something to extend his survivability.
Just put that Fail Bonds down on the Echo, and the creeps only hit the Echo.
Honestly, a good item this game might be an Atos as well. That would help him tank up and kind of pin this Tinker down. Stun is going to go onto the Monkey King here. The Aphotic Shield will proc it off. The Finger of Death going to come out too. A nice Warlock ult onto 3, but the Monkey King will go down. The Batten wants to go in here. He's going to proc the ult. The Chain Frost is there. The Ziggy going to bounce into here. The Haunt is available. Now the Desolate doing all kinds of work. The Aegisborn picks up a double kill. Maybe taking that away from his carry, but good pickups there across the board. We get 4 kills for LSC.
Yeah, that was a big mistake by Abaddon. He was using that Chain Frost to tank up and actually carried it back to the Warlock and got his Warlock killed. And then it hit him again, slowed him enough for them to kill him.
So
Can't deny his mid tower. It only has 13 health left.
all of a sudden, things looking real good for LSC. By no means is Team Red out of it, but it was a rough going in the beginning, but this is kind of where you want to be as a Tinker Spectre lineup in this game that is not going to end super early, that you are going to have time to farm up some of these items. If you're Team Red, you wanted to end this probably by like 30 minutes. The Aether up on Tar, thanks to that double kill, is going to go for the Aghanim Scepter next. That's going to be a ton of damage coming up. And there's no BKB in sight for most of these heroes. The Venge has not even got one queued. The Monkey King only about a third of the way there. Nobody else really a carrier for one. This Tinker is going to be...
hoping that he wouldn't need a BKB, I think. But
well, the Lincoln is procced there. The Hex will go down, but the stun comes out as well. The slow from Mist going to try to stop things. The Chain Frost only hits onto one hero. Kind of a mistake. Now we got the swap on Aegisborn to go back there. The Magic Missile. Tar spamming missiles from the high ground. Ziggy kind of wants to go in, but not sure if he should. It's currently like a 3-on-4. Doom not here. He is on the way. Red going to group up as a team of 5, recognizing that their time is now. Golem is not up for another 35 seconds, so maybe their time is not now, but in 35 seconds. Looks like they're going to go try for this Roshan. They do have a pretty good lineup for this. The negative armor from the Venge, as well as a lot of physical damage coming out. But LSC appear...
Come up in a sec. He knows... Yeah, Spectre knows what's going on. He can ult into this as it goes down.
I don't know if there's anything... He can be daring, maybe, and try to pick this up, but no, he's just going to let them have it. The first Roshan will go the way of red, picked up on the Vengeful Spirit. And I would imagine here, Warlock ult is up, that this is going to be some kind of death ball up the middle. That you've got Aegis, you've got Warlock ult.
Monkey King was forced back because Tinker was on that tier 2, but yeah, they are going to have a huge problem holding Tinker with only the Golem and the Magic Missile is their most reliable stuns, and then the Nyx stun. They do have Boundless Strike as a mini stun, but overall it's just not very good stuns overall to hold them in place.
Vengeful going to go Silver Edge for the Spectre. He's going to walk right by Aegis Warren. Their pings did come out. Now a sentry is placed here. Link is popped. Was hoping to get something on the Tinker there, but I think they just caught the edge of him on that tower. Tinker in the bottom lane now trying to get the creeps to push this. Luckily for Red, he is not much of a tower hitter himself, so they don't have to be too worried about this.
Dire's top tower is done for. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe deciding that they can just go for this.
I mean, I think that is the play, right? I mean, you've got the Warlock ult, you've got the Aegis. The Lincolns will proc there. Stun will go onto the Avenge. That, oh my goodness, that Finger of Death did like no damage. The stun does come out. The Warlock ult pumped. Swap now onto the Tinker. Now the Warlock ult connect with 3 heroes. The Doom does go out, but it's onto the Nyx Assassin. He doesn't care about that. Aegis will go down here. Nubles is going to go down as well. All of a sudden, 4 heroes are down for Team Red. What can the Vengeful do? She can pick up another kill there. She's going to try to run away. She's Shadowbladed up, runs right by the tower, and I think that'll be that. So it's going to be 4 heroes plus the Aegis for 4 heroes and 2 buybacks. A good trade there for Team Red as they dive past that tier 3, and I thought that was going to go
coming out there. Like, it
Radiant's middle tower is under
took out like 4 of them.
Tar TV's in this bottom lane. The Venge does too. Now we got the swap underneath the tower here, but blocked by the creeps. Is double damaged up. Will Shadowblade forward here. The Magic Missile's going to come out and look at the chunks of damage coming out here. The laser not in time.
Misplay by Tar there. Could have blinked again, but started to rearm again.
Neo just doing all this kinds of damage with that DD rune.
Gonna have a Silver Edge here. A few minutes too.
Up at the top lane here, it looks like the LSC support's going to try to push things out. Ziggy farming up the jungle. Nyx Invis here just kind of scouting things out.
BKB's done on Monkey King. Be pretty big for him.
Primal Springs into where the Doom is. Oh, the dust does not connect. The Lion had to TP out of the jungle as well. Looks like the call will be to push. They do not have a Warlock ult this time around, but Abaddon, he's just going to frontline this. He's not too scared of being burst down. He will get stunned. Now here comes
out of
Monkey
position
King.
for 30 seconds. He doesn't have ult or TP.
Fort will have to come out here. Abaddon has taken a pretty healthy chunk of damage, but does have the ultimate still available and Shadow Word to heal. Swap now onto Aegisborn here. The Magic Missile will connect as well. The Lich wants to get the ult off. He will actually get the ult off. The Doom comes out onto the Vengeful as well, so Venge is muted up. That magic damage coming out all over the place here. Down goes the Warlock. The Monkey King, though, he's standing tall. He's got BKB. He kills the Doom. He wants to kill the Spectre as well. He will. Now can he get Tar? He wants to. But Lion, with the clutch stun there, saves his mid. Ziggy forced to buy back here. They're gonna chase after this Monkey King. He does not have BKB for 50 seconds now. He will tree dance up. He will get hexed up there though. The missile providing some sight, and then he will just get stunned and will just tick down. So this Monkey King does die, but another buyback forced out there. It's a 2 for 3 and a buyback. Team Red just forcing all of these. I don't believe. Yeah, okay, the Lich has buyback. The Lich has buyback. The Doom has buyback. The other 3 heroes are on cooldown. Tinker's still working on that Aghanim Scepter. The first 3 items came relatively fast. This one has been a bit of a struggle. Warlock's carrying around a lot of wards. He's going for Greaves next. Kind of an interesting choice. I mean, they do need some sustain, so it's good in that way. I almost wonder though, like with the power, I think they need the second rock, don't you? I mean, I think you don't want to have to farm a refresher at this point as a warlock, but I think you need to. Looks like they're going to go for this here. The Warlock ult does connect onto 2. The chains as well. The Spectre is going to pop.
They almost killed the Lion from just killing the Spectre there.
Yeah, Neo
gives a little dance and he goes out.
Crazy damage, and part of that is the Silver Edge too, taking away that dispersion.
Tar's got the Scepter now, so he got the 4 missiles and the bouncing laser.
Yeah, these creep waves thing. This is the problem of playing against the Tinker. Oh, the swap does come out.
Quick finger blink.
Okay.
Quick finger blinks by Tar.
Doom gonna come out.
Oh, the Silver Edge.
In 4 seconds here. The Silver Edge stopping that Abaddon ult, and so Aegis weren't able to pick up the kill. I'm a little surprised that Red just doesn't go for these shrines. They do have the tower in the mid lane, but instead they're just going to force it a little bit more here. The stun comes out onto the Lion. 2 hits, he'll go down. Chain Frost does come out. The first blocked by that Linken's, but bounces around between some creeps. Snapped is invis up here. Neo going to wait for that Linken's to come back off cooldown and try again.
Just chilling here with that slow. 84% slow.
Again, both teams just going to reset. A swap again onto Aegis Warren. The Vision there going to end the life of the Lich. This tier 3 tower could be the next thing to fall. Only 100 HP on it. The lasers are coming out, preventing a lot of this damage. The machines as well. That damage is bouncing around there. Doom comes out onto the Nyx. They're going to stop this tower from being dead. Okay, nope. Ziggy's just going to deny it. Nooble's actually forced to BKB just to get out of there. The power of those lasers bouncing around and hitting everybody.
We're gonna go back to doing his thing, pushing out this bottom lane.
Yeah, I think this is
easily.
This is the Tinker game, right? Like,
yeah,
things have not gone well. Now's your time to shine, Tinker. You got to keep people out of the base. You got to create some space to farm. You gotta do it all at this point. Ziggy actually feeling pretty under pressure here to get some more HP. He's almost got the Manta. Oh, in the mid lane here, looked like they wanted to go for the Abaddon. They did break him, but no Doom available, so not gonna happen.
Lich is gonna go that Scepter, get those unlimited bounces when they're trying to pressure.
Oh, here comes Neo, the Shadow Blade up. The Linken's will block the first stun, but not the second. Now Chain Frost bouncing around in there. The Finger of Death. Now the one. Oh, the bounce back will kill the Vengeful Spear. The stun not going to get connect from Root Toot Toot. Echo maybe the next to go down. He will now go down to the Warlock here. Missile's going to come through. Monkey King wants to go for something. Now the Pink's coming out to go for Tar. Is he going to be able to stay here? The missiles, ooh, nice blink again. That Primal into the Boundless I thought might connect, but they are not quite able to. Venge is down for 65 seconds. That is the primary source of their damage as well, so I don't know how much they're going to want to keep going into this. They do have Warlock ult. Roshan is up for the second time here, so that could be an objective as soon as this Venge comes up. Aegis and Cheese on the side of, well, either team really would be huge. Manta is finished up by Ziggy. They see the Monkey King here, at least they have a feeling that he's here. The Abaddon is going to be the target, at least for the moment, and he just kind of stands firm. He's like, you know what, come at me. We've got the chains coming out now. The Blade Mail is procced. He doesn't want to use the ult quite yet. Monkey King going to take his place and doing some damage to this shrine. Now the Tinker's going to come in. Monkey King forced to Tree Dance and Primal Spring away. The Abaddon sitting about half health here.
You know, Morty, it sometimes feels like maybe
Tinker just going to spam out those missiles. And
Brady has to fort this bottom tower. Abaddon goes down to save it. Venge going down there too.
Four staff forward onto Snapped. They want to maybe go for this. The Doom now comes out here. Yep. I don't know if that's going to be enough to kill this Monkey King or not. It's going to depend on the heal. Which is available. I think he's going to be fine. Yep, he will. Without the heal, he probably dies, but Satanic queued up here for Neo. Still kind of think she needs a BKB, but if she can get Satanic and then BKB, oh, she's going to be immortal, basically. Venge and Spectre say hello to each other. Neo kind of wants to go back in, but Ziggy picks up an Invis rune. At the same time, at the top of the map, Nyx wants to go in. What can he find? Aegisworn almost with that Aghanims.
He is gonna see it. He sees Aegisworn, but scared. Oh, he's gonna go for this Tinker.
I don't know if there's a whole lot he can do for this Tinker. The Boundless Strike will clear creeps. He will carapace this, but Tinker is already back into the base at that point. Might be a little bit of a conflict here into the top lane here as we got the Hex into the Sun, onto the Monkey King, Finger of Death, and Ziggy with the right click to pick that one up. Now there are some pings. I don't know if that was Red or if that was LSE pinging that out, but the swap now onto Aegisworn here, the stun. Can he get this ultimate off? He can. It will bounce twice in between here, and it's just going to keep going, actually. I thought maybe the people were spaced out enough, but it's not the case. The Spectre is broken, but then will haunt away. The missiles coming out here from the Tinker now doing damage. They get the kill onto the Spectre, but now what can they get in return? Snapped here into the middle of things onto the Abaddon. Heroes are low for Team Red, but they're going to continue to press forward here. Neo just doing all kinds of right-click damage, just destroys the Doom. 3 are dead for LSC, 2 dead for Red. 2 buybacks instantly come out for LSC. The 2 golems moving in. The Hex into the mid lane here. They're trying to get rid of these catapults. Cardis for the win. Red just going to back up and go for the shrine in the top lane. These golems causing some headache up into the top lane. Actually, the one will expire. The second looks like it will die, but they do 1,000 damage basically to that Rax.
They need the Lich to get to 25. 25, he gets armored with HP regen, then he can repeal that, but still a little ways away from that.
Almost level 25 onto the Vengeful Spirit. I would have to imagine that she just gets the damage boost on that since there's not a BKB at all. The Doom comes out onto the Nyx Assassin who is dead. More missiles going to come out here. Neo kind of wants to go in. There's a sentry to see him go invisible. Pings do come out from Tar. Nothing going to come of it. But the Aegis and Cheese do go the way of Team Red. Picked up that Cheese. Monkey King did.
We're just gonna pressure this onto the tier 3s and then come back.
25 is up onto the Venge, has not leveled anything yet. Maybe waiting to see if there are BKBs up, but there are none.
I don't think any of these heroes want to go BKB, so I think you just go damage.
Yep, and that is what he does. So 400 magic missile damage. It's going to do a total of 725 damage right off the bat. So it's going to do 2/3 of
Think he gets swapped in.
Oh, yep, he gets swapped in. The Manta, not enough. The chains are there. He's broken now. Lots of damage coming out from Neo. The Haunt going to come out here. He's going to actually go behind onto Mist here. He will get stunned by the Carapace, though. He's going to try to run up into the trees and will actually be able to escape. Mist taking a lot of damage here from lasers and missiles. And now they're going to go onto this Vengeful Spirit. The Rock for the turnaround here. The chains are there as well. Primal Spring into the middle of things. Echo is almost dead. Mist will fall as well. The second explosion. Aegis Horn's going to die. Tinker's going to die. Everybody's going to die. Doom Shadow Bladed up. He's trying to get away. The stun now onto the Lion. 2 more autos is going to do it. Now Snaps is in some trouble here as the Venge just goes crazy. Has a swap in 3 seconds here, but no, Monkey King's going to go for it instead. He's blinded up. This, oh no, the Radiance missed chances. He cheeses up. Boundless Strikes. Now he's going to try to walk backwards here. The Golem's going to come in and try to take some of this damage. Neo and the rest of the team going for objectives. Now we got the swap in the middle of things. Tar just bought back and he's dead. Ziggy gonna have to run for his life. He's broken now. They do not have a swap. They do not have a stun, but he's just gonna have to be forced back into the fountain. 3 heroes are dead. Doom and Spectre, the only survivors. That's gonna be at least 2 sets of racks.
When Warlock died, his second Golem stunned 3 of them inside that fountain command, just adding so much damage.
Now we got a stun onto Ziggy. The break as well. The damage coming out here from Neo. He does get doomed up. Not able to use the Satanic. Might tick down to this. Snapped into the middle of things here. He wants to go for this kill onto the Venge. He will get it, but it's just the Aegis.
I think this might be game with the Spec and Tar down.
Venge is going to tank this tower up. Everybody pretty high health. The swap, the Boundless Strike, and the Aegis Horn going to go down.
Yeah, that's
heroes
game.
down. And Team Red. It looked like LSC was kind of in control of the way this game was going, and they just stormed back with a vengeance, taking game 2 of this series. So we'll head into game 3 of this best of 5 with Red up 2-0. Maniac, if you're LSE, what are you feeling right now? What's the plan?
They needed to do better in their lanes because the Monkey King and Venge just dominated their lanes, and just from there on were so far ahead. There wasn't a whole lot that LSC could do. Even when they got kills, there was another one somewhere farming up. So they just need to do better in their lanes and put the pressure on Red instead of being the ones pressured.
All right, so that will do it here for game 2. Stick around and we will see game 3. Can LSC make a comeback, or will Team Red continue to be undefeated in the Contender League? Stay tuned. And we are back, Dota Friends. Game 3 of this AD2L Contender Grand Finale. Team Red is up 2-0. Can LSE find the strat, find the gameplay necessary to bring this back a little bit closer, or will Team Red close it out? Maniac, based off of this first round and a half of picks and bans, what do you think? Who's got the upper edge?
Probably I like LSC's a little more. They're both really good. I really like Rubik. He's one of my favorites. Clockwork is really good for or off laner. But at the same time, Magnus and Lich both have quite big ults, which can add a lot, and Magnus will add a lot to your core with his Empower. Why they Team Red banned Juggernaut is because they're a very good combo. Attack speed and good damage with that. Cleave is really good on him.
Yeah, I really like the Rubik because these are two ultimates from LSE that are actually relatively easy to steal as long as the Rubik is in good position.
Ooh, Radiant
You know,
team
neither of
man.
these heroes has like a skill that they can like instant cast. Like Tidehunter has like the Anchor Smash, right? It's pretty easy to get that down quickly. Both these other heroes have spells that have pretty long cast points. I mean, I guess Ice Armor probably the quickest spell there, but Rubik has going to have some good opportunities to steal.
You really got to pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left.
So Slark self-banned for LSE. That's another pretty good combo here with the Magnus. Might still see a Void.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty good combo with both Lich's ult for the Chrono and giving him the Cleave. And bonus damage, because really Void can, after a while, can start to do pretty good damage, and with that bonus damage and Cleave, it can do a lot of work for him.
Man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero.
Bloodseeker on the table as well. We know
5
that
seconds, Morty. It'll be
LSE
fine.
does like them, the Bloodseeker. Pretty decent combo with the Magnus. I'm just trying to think of like melee heroes that we've seen them play, and there's not a lot there. AM is still in the pool. Could be a relatively decent AM game, although the Clockwork is good at scouting him out, and the Rubric is well good at with the catch. So
Come on,
maybe
Rick.
not
There is
the
an
best.
Ember, but they had. Probably not see the Ember now. Sniper will probably go mid.
I do think Ember is a better safe laner than mid laner, but I think that Tar is probably the Ember
yeah.
player on the team. I mean, we're probably looking at a snapped hero coming out here as Ziggy usually plays the Magnus, but
10 seconds to pick
I don't
your
know.
hero.
That's why I said maybe
Moron.
Bloodseeker, just because I know that
5
is a
seconds,
hero
Morty.
that
It'll be fine.
Snapped has played from time to time.
Probably pick their other support next though, and so that they get a little more vision of who they're going to be against.
All right, so we've got
That's probably their offlaner.
clock support, Centaur into the offlane position. Generally not a huge fan of this hero, but he is going to be able to kind of tank up and return a lot of damage here. You've got the sniper shrapnel and the AoE from the Lich bounces. He's going to be able to give some good either initiation or more likely escape. In the ideal scenario, you want the Clockwork to hook shot in, and the Centaur can like blink stun, and then if you need to, you can always stampede away. Okay, yep, there's the Bloodseeker.
I do like the Centaur ult, and he'll probably go blink both because it will give you a way to get on top of the sniper.
Morphling coming out here, so a hero that we have seen at the pro level, but not necessarily at the amateur league level. Hero with a very, very high skill cap. There are some good morphs to steal here. You can get the shrapnels, blood right, empower.
Oh, man, Rick, there's only 10
Armor's
seconds left to
pretty
pick a hero.
decent, honestly. You can steal the ability to eat some
You better
creeps.
pick your hero. 5
And it's just
seconds.
so good just to be able to morph into someone else, and you practically have 2 lives because you morph into someone else, get super low, and just go back to yourself, and you're back at whatever you were at.
And you get back to yourself, and then you just morph strength and walk away.
Yeah.
And they do have a pretty tanky core in the Magnus that will allow him to do that. And you've got the charge too, so he can steal that charge, replicate back, and then what's it called? Waveform away. Storm the last ban again here for LSC.
Team, you gotta pick 'em right.
Ancient coming out as the last ban for Red. What do you think, Lion pick for LSE?
Yeah, it's probably something like that, just to add a couple of stuns, because their lockdown is very, very limited right now.
You really gotta pick a hero. You
It
got
kind
10
of comes
seconds
down
left.
to just RP and then holding someone in place with
Yeah,
Rupture.
5 seconds left now.
Yeah, Lion or Shadow Shaman, I think.
That's probably why they got rid of the Storm Spirit, is just because if it would have been picked up on red, they might have been just kind of screwed once Bloodseeker once he got Lincoln's for the Bloodseeker ult, because they've got nothing to hold him in place.
Well, the nice thing about Storm 2, as long as he's got mana and he goes far enough, he doesn't have to take damage from that Bloodseeker.
Maybe you see someone picked up by a red that is a very mobile hero that is hard to lock down. Be like a Queen of Pain for their mid hero. Kind of blink in and out.
It's got to be something that's going to go pretty well against the sniper, who outranges most heroes.
Queen could do well just because she can spam the dagger,
Oh!
or they could do something like a Wind Ranger.
I should have interrupted you because I was going to say Zeus, but I like the Zeus. It's not necessarily going to outrange the sniper, but even if the sniper is harassing him quite a lot, he can get the chain lightning to get the CS. Is going to be kind of exposed to the Bloodseeker, though.
Yeah.
10 seconds to pick your hero, you moron.
So LSE considering options here.
5
They
seconds,
need
Marty.
a
It'll be fine.
support. Probably a 4 support. I would kind of like Undying. I don't know that it's super likely, but Undying could be a pretty good pick here. Alright, so they go the Nyx Assassin.
I think they're going to have trouble dealing with this Morphling, though, just because they only have RP and the Nyx stuns, which are... The Nyx is hard to hit, and Ziggy's got to have a Blink Dagger, really, to get on top of the Morph for the RP.
Yeah, it almost feels like they're going to rely on like a RP into Bloodright, keep him from casting any spells, but we will see here as we go into this game 3, potentially the final game of our night, but hopefully LSE can extend the series and give us a little bit more good Amateur League Dota tonight, because I'm ready to go for another 2 games. Let's see this go 5.
You better pick your hero. 5 seconds.
All right, oh, it's team time. I used up all my analysis earlier, guys. I was a little too soon. So how do you think this is gonna? Do you think this is gonna be dual lanes then coming out from LSE?
Probably. Another thing I like about the Bloodseeker Magnus combo is early you can ult someone and then have him skewer them,
Oxygen-rich atmosphere.
and it does a lot of damage.
We'll be fine. Let's party.
Kind of a silly thing, but it is funny to see the skewer, and if somebody has a force staff.
Apparently, we're having a little good-natured banter. Again, it does not look like anybody's going to be super aggressive.
I do think red could in this bottom lane go up there, but probably not gonna see it.
Definitely have the capability with like toss cog. Maybe not to
Yeah.
get the kill, but they could definitely get the rune. Okay, now we are going to see them walk up this hill here. Ziggy will see that, but he's still going to get lifted back. The battery assault actually pushes him up onto the cliff.
Will force that free TP.
One of the few places that actually can happen. A little bit of funny tipping. Thanks, Valve, for allowing in-game troll. Oops. So it looks like it will be the Centaur on his own against the Bloodseeker Nyx, and LSC will run dual lanes. Echo in some trouble here, gonna get lifted up. Battery assault procking between him and Ziggy. Probably not gonna be able to get the kill here. Some more banter. Oh, they are gonna get that kill. Battery assault just takes forever. Echo is the first blood. Mist pushed back into the creep wave here. Some autos going onto him. But Skewer was the level 1 pickup, so no shockwave available.
Yeah, Lich being very squishy is just extremely vulnerable to these two supports.
Another lift throwback here. Mist just trying to cause trouble. Now Root 22 wants to go in with the battery assault here. He's got it on, but Echo so far doing a good job juking through the trees here, but not anymore. The Skewer forward not going to be able to save the Lich. Down he goes once more. It'll be kind of a tough lane for him. Almost feels like maybe he should consider just letting the Centaur, or letting the Magnus do his thing.
Yeah, if you just give Magnus this lane and he gets some levels, he can rotate into the jungle fairly easily. Rubik will make his life pretty hard though. Train some right clicks.
Neo gonna get skewered back here, but he actually might want to be there. He did have the waveform, but doesn't want to go into the tower. Instead, just gonna content himself with some CS.
Start morphing a lot into agility, as he hasn't really had to deal with any harass.
Yeah, he's got 6 tangos as well, so it's if he starts to get harassed a little bit, he can just morph to agility, eat that tango, and morph back up. It's pretty crazy good. The mid lane here, Root 22 is looking for some kind of gank onto Tar, who has
Snap's getting pretty low.
managed to gain a half level.
Double Edge doing almost 200 damage. Level 1. It's quite a bit against him.
Yeah, Echo goes mid as well, so foils any gank attempt from Root 22, who is also heading back into the bottom lane. The lane is pushed pretty far in here for red, but one pull could fix that. Clock trying to hide behind the trees. Don't know how well that's going to work. All in all, things pretty settled. Looks like everybody's pretty content to just farm up, and everybody's getting about the same amount of farm. Which team do you think wants to play this faster?
Probably red, just because I think Sniper will probably do better than most of Red's team. I don't, it's pretty close. I just think LSC has a slight upper hand.
Yeah, I almost wonder if maybe LSC wants to. The Bloodseeker. I don't know how I feel about that hero in the late game.
If he farms well, he can do a lot, but it's kind of hard to farm extremely well on him. He's a hero who doesn't have the best farming capabilities. Like, he can do it consistently with the Blood Rage, he just can't do it, like, quickly. Maybe see, like, a Maelstrom to accelerate it or something.
Echo back in this bottom lane here.
Oh,
Might
Aegis
be in
Warren
some
coming
trouble
mid.
here. The autos.
Oh, they
the
might
blast.
get Zeus.
They're going to get the Echo kill here. The dive the Zeus. They do get it. Aegis Warren almost dies himself. Clock not able to get there in time. Almost got both those kills on camera. Almost makes up for all the kills that I missed in the last game. Phase boots are ready for Snap, so he's feeling pretty good right now. Top of the CS chart, but not by a lot.
That Morph was being a little daring. He had morphed everything in agility and was just sitting there with 1 health.
Tar is level 6 now, so almost a full level up onto the Zeus. Like I said, the sniper is expected to win this lane, but at least the Zeus is able to get something out of it. There aren't really a ton of heroes that you're going to really say that about. Maybe like the Wind Ranger. I think that she might be like the one hero that can really make snipers day bad. Nice stun onto 2, but the Blood Right does connect with the Centaur, and looks like he is probably going to go down. Does throw up a salve here.
Gonna go down bottom.
One more hit, and he will die. Ziggy dies at the same time underneath the tower. Root 2 maybe to follow. Mist also low, but the Frost Blast not available.
Tar locking on Zeus. Not gonna get him, but puts him pretty low.
Yeah.
No charges.
Trying to get that rune, I would imagine, but it is gonna spawn bottom. It's a haste up onto the Tar.
He just Warren sees him because of the Bloodseeker. Oh, he hits the shrine soon enough though.
Is level 6 now.
I would like to see him start kind of spamming that bolt on Zeus, or bolt using it on Tar, just because. I mean, at this point, using that and ult will kill Tar, and I think he knows that, and is why he's rotating.
He's going for this. He does get the full Chain Lightning as well, and actually doesn't quite kill him with those 2 abilities, but Root 2 is right there, and 1 tick on the Battery Assault will pick that up. So Tar does go down. The assist going the way of the Zeus. Another stun on the Snaps. Now the Stampede, and between the Stampede damage and another auto, Snaps will go down. So great solo kill there for the Centaur. Neo appears to have the Lincoln Sphere queued up, just wanting to avoid that rupture for as long as possible. Also avoids the sniper ult if he gets like super low and waveforms away. So the safe lane and mid for LSC doing pretty well, but after that, it's pretty much all Team Red.
Less than a 1k difference, though, at 8 minutes.
Aegis Warren hunting down this Zeus. He wants to go for it. Will get the stun out there. Shrapnel is there as well. TP from Mist. He's going to force them back. So Aegis Warren maybe getting a little bit antsy there, trying to go for that kill. And he's going to rotate into this bottom lane, where it looks like it's going to be 3-on-3. They're just going to leave Snaps to go up 1-on-1 against the Centaur. That double edge is doing work against Snaps.
Yeah, trying to get some last hits with that Blood Rage to heal back up, but it does give bonus incoming damage, making that double edge hit even harder. And it's already at 400 by itself, so extra 35%.
Ziggy might be in some trouble here. The waveform forward, he does skewer over the cliff and out of range, but now this Echo, he's going to get caught up, thrown back into the Battery Assault and the Cogs. A dominating spree coming out from the Clockwork 4-0. In the top lane here, Aegis is going to rotate up. The Bloodseeker Rupture will be used and the Centaur will fall. So it turns out to be a 1-for-1. Tar working on that Maelstrom. The buff to that item, quite good.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So it is 7-3 in kills, favoring red here at 10 minutes, but you'll notice the lead is actually just slightly towards LSC's side. So they're doing a very good job of farming the lanes and keeping things well within where they want to be. Noobles wants to go for Ziggy, throws the bolt, but not going to be able to get that regen. More than enough to save the Magnus's life. Up into the top lane now, another gank here onto the Centaur. He is ruptured up, and one more auto will do it, so he will go down once more. Mist was in some trouble here, but the battery assault managing to stop Tar from getting that assassinate off. Actually bounces the Lich back too.
The Zeus ult could have killed Ziggy there if he would have just used it right away, but gave him enough time to get to that shrine.
The assassinate going to force Noobles to return back into the fountain, which is going to give Tar a little bit more space to farm. He's about halfway to that Mithril Hammer, which is going to be a nice power spike for him, allowing him to farm even more. So LC actually going to use this shrine for mana. You don't see that a ton anymore since the early days of shrines after they got nerfed. Clockwork coming back into the mid lane, almost level 6. He really wants to just soak some experience and get that 6. He is so insanely close to that. This is he could do it. Get a little bit closer. Get a little bit closer. You want to be in melee range. Get that experience. Go get that experience. Catapult might do it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so the clock is 6. Very important level for him. Snap's going to go onto the Centaur. He's going to try to TP out here and stun off cooldown, so no way to stop that. And that is the Bloodseeker's greatest weakness, the teleport scroll. Zeus is coming up into this top lane. They know that the Bloodseeker does not have his ultimate. Bloodright is down as well. Here's the lifts. All kinds of damage coming out here, and Chain Lightning going to finish him off. The Rubik leveling up Fade Bolt. Level 3 Fade Bolt. Actually, nothing in Nullfield, which is a little surprising, but I guess they don't have a ton of like burst magic at the moment, so just prioritizing some raw damage.
I like the prioritizing the Fade Bolt and Telekinesis. That's usually what I do. Just gives good burst with that Fade Bolt, and it's nice to have the longer stun.
Yeah, I just think like a value point. 10% magic resistance is pretty nice to have for your team. Like,
yeah.
It's basically a cloak for your entire team.
Or you can put the make a bonus damage.
It's not quite a cloak. It's 2/3 of a cloak for your whole team. Still, value. They're going to go in onto this here. The Rupture onto the Centaur. The stun onto the Zeus actually here. The Mana Burn as well. Tries to carapace up, but the Zeus actually doesn't have enough mana to cast anything. He's going to go down. Centaur is in a little bit of trouble here. He does have a TP, but looks like he's just kind of waiting this out. He does throw the stun now. The Fade Bolt there as well. The Double Edge, but the Bloodright is going to pick him off. Aegisworn goes down to miss, but now Clockwork's here. He's got the Battery Assault up. He's got a hook shot as well. Maybe a little bit too soon with that, but the Battery Assault going to do the damage with the rocket. Tar now up here as well. It's 3 for 2 so far, and it looks like that will be the way that it ends, as Red getting the better side of that. Did not look like it was going to go that well for quite a while, though. And meanwhile, Neo is farming. He also has 400 HP. Morphling is a funny hero. Just casually farming with 480 HP.
Dire's bottom tower's under attack.
Oh, first miskill of the game. I got too caught up in the silliness of the Morphling as the Zeus is gone on there and killed by the Aegisworn Ziggy combo. But now we've got Clockwork and Rubric. They want to make something happen. Rubric has very little mana, but Mana Boot's coming up. Not going to use them, apparently. Aegisworn puts down a ward here. I don't think that was seen.
They're going on this
Assassinate onto the Morphling. The Bloodright will tick down onto him. He's going to turn and fight here and just goes down. Now, nice hook shot there. Tar's going to go down as well. Battery Assault plus the rocket enough to pick up that kill, so they do kill the Morphling. but the sniper goes down, so win again for Team Red in terms of exchanges.
Zeus does go the quick Kaya build, put out a little more damage and reduce some of the mana costs for his spells. The Centaur may be in trouble. Got a Vendetta coming in.
And that, I mean, that's pretty much the build now for Zeus. You get Kaya, and then you go for that Aghanim Scepter, and then you just deal damage from everywhere.
And if you want to, later on, Rubik can put his null field on offensive, giving him that 22% bonus damage for magic.
So LSE does have a 2k lead here, even though like it's felt like a lot of these team fight exchanges have gone the way of Red, but LSE just doing such a good job of hitting creeps and clearing waves that they're able to continue to lead this game. Snapped almost an SNY. Tar working on the Hurricane Pike after the Maelstrom's got pretty decent progress on it, all things considered. Blink Dagger is up on the Magnus. Now we got another Rupture coming out, but the TP, the Blood Right, not going to be enough. Maybe if Snapped would have hit him once or twice before he did, but not quite able to. Now AD2L going to go in onto this rubric here. He will go down to Distant Echo. Not much Noobles can do about that. The Assassinate goes out in the meantime onto Neo, who's just going to morph up some strength and be just fine.
Bloodseeker finishing up S and Y, gonna pressure this top tower. He's probably gonna have it because nobody's gonna rotate. Looks like.
He will get this tower, which honestly, this is the least important tower in all of Dota. I mean, it honestly holds very little strategic value. Back in the days without the shrine, it was kind of valuable because you could get to the Roshan pit earlier, but ever since they instituted the shrines, you have two better spots in mid and at the shrine to get to, so really, it's not protecting a whole lot. Smoke is going to come out here from Red, want to make something happen. Think that they can kind of feel the way this game is going here with the farm. Clockwork's going to go right onto Tar here. The hook shot, though, just blows up to the damage from the Zeus. Very, very well played there. A nice gank. Get Vendetta onto the Centaur as well as a stun. Not going to be able to do anything with that, though. So 30 seconds without the sniper. This could be a mid-tier 1 tower unless Snapped wants to go in here. He's going to use up Diffusal Blade next. Throws out a Blood Right. It will not connect with anything. Ziggy is here, has Blink RP. I don't think they saw that TP. Should have been far enough back into this fog. Five seconds to the sniper. Do they want to press this here? I don't think they do, but Red is still in position. Noobles is invised up. He walked through the tower range, though. Blood Right will connect with him, and he walks right under a sentry ward. He's going to have to TP out of here, but it's not going to be enough. The Frost Blast plus the auto kills him. Yeah, he knows that there's a sentry now, but it's well paid for itself. Now we got Blink Skewer, but not quite able to connect with anything.
If he would have used the RP there, he could have just RP'd both of them and pulled them in. Instead, just trying to skewer them.
While this is going on, the Morphling going on to this offlane tier 1 tower. And he will get that. That will be an ultimate orb for him. He's going to go top to push this wave back even more. Morphling doing the best he can to put this team on his back. He needs this Lincoln Sphere first. If he can get protected by the Lincolns and then get this E-Blade, he's going to be in a really good position, but the question is, can he get the E-Blade before BKB starts to come out for LSE?
Ooh, Dire, you gotta fortify them, their structures. Good work.
Blink Dagger's on all kinds of heroes now. Aegis Warren has a blink, the Centaur has a blink, he's also going to get ruptured. Lich Ult does not mini stun anymore, so that's not going to be able to do a whole lot there as he TPs away. So that's 2 fairly big ults down for LSC. Which just provides more space for this Morphling. He is about 450 gold away from this, and those bounty runes are going to help.
Centaur going pipe. I really like this. I really like to see him go pipe into the Crimson and then just maybe into a Blade Mail, because at that point he'll be so tanky with so much health. It'll just be impossible for anyone at LSC to hit him.
Another smoke coming out here from the supports in mid of red, looking for something. They're going to wrap onto this mid lane here where they've gone onto the Centaur. The Stampede is going to come out here. The Clockwork actually goes onto an ally there. The Skewer back into the back of the tower. Now the RP used onto the Zeus. That was solo. The Aegis Warrior going to blink in here. He's going to throw out a stun. The Rupture is on to miss TP, trying to get... And it will get completed by Clockwork, but that is 3-0, and the tower denied. And it looks like they want to push the mid-tier one, and I don't see anything that's going to stop them. The nice thing for red is that Morphling does have his Lincoln Sphere completed now, and he did get the tier 1 top tower, so all in all, could have been worse. Neo heading back to farm some more. They're basically putting all their eggs into the Morphling basket at this point.
He's a hero who can carry you a game, though. He's going that E-Blade next. When you have that much agility, you can blow up these heroes, especially like Sniper. This is a core who has very little health. He's still sub 1,000 health at 22 minutes.
It's actually going to go Blink Dagger next, which is a little bit interesting to me. It is a good mobility item. He is so fragile right now, and it doesn't seem like Blink Dagger has been his issue. Like, in fact, honestly, he just needs to let the Centaur and the Clockwork initiate for him. They need to let this Clockwork go in first as well, because he needs to be able to hit a hook shot. Last time, right into the back of his
smoke gets broken, and they had no vision.
So that is a wasted smoke for red, but LSC, they have smoked as well. Centaur is going to blink in onto 2, gets the stun off, double edge as well. Rubik lists an illusion. They're going to go for that illusion, but now they know where the real one is. The hook shot onto the Sniper, but he like somehow gets bounced back off the cliff. The Rupture in the meantime gonna go onto the Centaur. The Skewer able to do enough damage that that kill happens. Rubik the next to fall. And now this Clockwork in some trouble as well. It does throw up some cogs trying to get away here. Bloodright and Assassinate though. He is gone. Neo does TP into the middle of things here. He does have his Ghost Scepter, so working on that E-Blade, but still 2,700 gold away from it. The Maelstrom coming out here. Ult from the heavens here. Noodles maybe in some trouble. He's trying to run away, but the Diffusal Blade is there. He gets 2 hit. Double kill for Tar.
Neo needs to be careful. There's still an RP here.
There's the Bloodright. LSE, things looking very, very good for them at this point. 18-13, 7K lead, 24 minutes. Morphling desperately wants the E-Blade. He's being Larry-like. He's being very greedy. Now he's gonna get skewered back here. The Assassinate cancels the Lincolns, and he just explodes.
Doesn't even need the RP to get that, so.
LSC actually gonna opt to back up here. I thought maybe with 40 seconds of no Morphling, they'd try their luck with this mid tier 2 tower, but instead they're just going to play it safe, extend their lead, which I think is probably a good play. You're down 2 games in a best of 5. You get a lead and you play safe. You don't want to throw this. Hurricane Pike is completed on the sniper. BKB is next. Recognizing the Zeus damage and the E-Blade damage will easily destroy him. Another rupture onto the Centaur, the defusal as well. Can Aegisworn get into the stun range? No. Had blink, but stun was on cooldown.
Gonna see this morph up here farming. Pull him around a little. Oh, they saw him there. There was a sentry there.
Oh, the hook shot through. The blink was out, but the hook shot is there as well. The carapace will stop the death for a moment, but then Neo shows up and
gets him with the shotgun.
About a little under halfway to that E-Blade, to that Eagle Song, which will finish the E-Blade. Looks like they want to go for another smoke play. At least the ping was out, and they do have smoke. I think Neo's want none of that, though. He just wants to farm himself up another 1,500 gold, 1,400 gold. Looks like I was wrong. He does want some of that. It'll be a 5-man smoke coming out here. Mist will lead the team up into the north. Nope, never mind. He doesn't want anything. He lets himself get hit by the smoke and then immediately just goes to farms camps. Bloodseeker may be in the line of fire here. The blink, the stomp onto him. There's a bolt and just explodes to snap the 5-kill streak going the way of Centaur. Getting a little bit of revenge on the guy that's tormented him so far this game. So Aetherlens looks to be coming up next onto the Zeus. So again, just kind of delaying the Aghanims a little bit more. Worry about this a little bit because it's just where is the damage coming from? Once the morph gets E-Blade, it'll get better. And he is very, very close to it.
Centaur buys the pipe. I would like to see either a Crimson or a Blade Mail. Both would be quite good in this situation.
BKB finished on the sniper. BKB about a third of the way finished on the Bloodseeker. Vendetta is out, so they will be able to see this clockwork. Missed calls for the loop around, thinking maybe they're there. The Rupture does get onto the Morphling, who's gonna just morph strength up. Has Waveform back into a pretty safe area. Does have the morph available if somebody comes into distance. The Stampede is there. Aegisword blinks in, but not able to do anything. Snap taking some damage. Nice hook shot onto the Lich here. He's gonna get battery salted up, and he will die. The Stolen Lich gonna bounce back and forth. It will kill Snapped here. The Nyx is going to go down to a bolt as well. Root 2 is going to get assassinated here. He will die as well. It's 3 for 3 so far. Ziggy wants to go for more. He does get the RP onto the Morphling, but he is morphing strength even as this goes. He does have the E-Blade. If he wants to turn around and kill Tar, he could probably do that. Instead, he's going to skewer Ziggy back up the cliff. Not really what he wants to do. Now Tar's got double damage and probably doesn't want to go for a turn of skewer back here. Noodles is going to go down. Morph in a lot of trouble here as well. He's going to try to hit this shrine. Is it going to be enough to save him, though? He's going to morph back into the Magnus and then back into the Morphling and assassinate. Procs that Lincoln Sphere. Shockwave, not enough. He blinks forward yet again, does Ziggy. The E-Blade coming out here. He wants to morph more strength. He's running low. And Tar picks up a wicked 6 streak. Now we got the lift onto the Tar. He's going to get the Stolen Shrapnel put on him. The Stomp does miss, but the double edge is there. The Tower Shot might be enough, but a Rocket's going to do the job instead. Another Shrapnel going to scout out Ziggy here, stop that blink from going on. Centaur wants to go for this. They do have Stampede available if they want to do it. In the meantime, this Rubric is going to just auto him so he can't blink away. The Urn going to do the damage as well. Now we got a hook shot onto him, and Ziggy will fall. I think that ended up being a 5 for 5 when it was all said and done.
Yeah, I don't think it was worth chasing that Morphling. You got the kill, but he was only worth 360. Tar alone was worth 780. And then Ziggy was worth another 556, so I don't know. Not really worth going after that kill.
Tower's completely gone. Whoa, 40 across the cosmos, and I've seen a
Yeah, and the graphs, you know, they don't show that last fight, but they kind of show the trend as far as things like bouncing back maybe a little bit towards Team Red. This Morphling and his power spike is kind of coming in handy now. He's going to go for more stats in the Scotty next.
Schwarn is rotating down here.
We have an Obs, but not a Sentry. The Mana Burn, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah, procs the Lincolns, and now the stun. He'll go down. Even with the Lincolns, this Morphling is not safe all on his own. The hook shot now up onto the Lich. The battery assault plus the Fade Bolt. The skewer through nothing. The Lich will go down. He does have a buyback available. Let's see what they want to do. LFC positioned to go into the bottom, so it looks like maybe just a trade of tier 2 towers. Yeah, there's no TP available on the sniper at this moment. The other two heroes do have teleports available. Radiant are going to fort that tower. Where are they going to TP to? Zeus is TPing pretty dangerously here into the Bloodright. Blinks past Aegis Warren. The other TP actually got canceled. But it looks like the threat of the TPs is enough to send LSC backwards.
I think what Snapped has been doing is he's been using Blood Rage on to break the Lincolns and then ulting.
See, I clicked on it though, and it didn't look like it was off cooldown, or it looked like it was off cooldown, but maybe I just am slow.
See a double damage top. Try to give it to Morph here. Get Roche with this.
Yeah, this Morphling is doing a ton of damage. He's 500 damage a hit right now. They just get this Clockwork in here, battery assault it, and ooh, first hit bash. Yeah, look at that thing melt. This is a free Roshan. Easy Roshan for Team Red there, picking that up at 32 minutes. The game is insanely close at the moment. A lot of that closeness, though. Look at the 5 supports for either team, and there's a 4K difference in net worth between those 5 supports. So maybe it's a little bit more difference. Oh God! And that's what happens when you only have. That's what happens when you only have 3K net worth. This Morphling comes in and just erases you from the map. Red looking to do something with this Aegis. They know that the Lich is down. They know that Ziggy is not in position to defend, at least at the moment. He does have a teleport available. Just a matter of what they want to do.
I think he kills another wave and then comes back.
Assassinating Bloodright will chunk Morph a little bit, but he's already morphing that strength, so he'll be fine. Now the lift onto the Nyx, the stomp as well. Bloodright in the attempt to save with the E-Blade. More than enough. Now we got a Lich Ult coming out here. It'll bounce between 2 heroes in the creep wave, and that's about it. Echo maybe in a little bit of trouble. I think he walked out to use a skill to not allow the Rubric to steal that. Now we got a Rupture onto the Centaur here. Snap wants to do some things. Neo taking a lot of damage from this Maelstrom here. The E-Blade, the hook shot through. The Morphling gets away, but Snap's not so lucky. He's going to be forced to buy back here. Tar maybe going to have to too. That E-Blade following him. Oh my God. I don't think that was the E-Blade. I actually think that was just the Strength Morph, or the Strength Blast there. Now Snapped, he is bought back. He's coming into the middle of things here. Neo morphing Strength. He does still have the Aegis if he needs to use it, but at the moment, at least, he does not. Root Toot Toot, not so lucky. Will get assassinated and die. So 3 heroes for Red do go down. but they do force buybacks as well. So 2 deaths and a buyback for 3.
Morph's
Pretty
getting
good.
chased down. He had Morph down to no health.
Does still have the Aegis. Would be a shame to waste it like that, but the call
He's been
from
morphing
LSC.
everything into agility, so he has very little health, and with the 10 health regen, he just leaves it there for a sec, morphs back up, and has a ton of health.
Call is to get this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Oh, snapped! The E-Blade! The morph plus the E-Blade almost kills him. They're gonna go for more here. This Ziggy gonna get Shockwave stolen, gets lifted up as well. Neo gonna morph forward here. The Echo all onto one. He gets ruptured as well. The Stomp now. Bloodright is available, but that's not gonna save the Lich. And actually, Snap goes down to Mist as well. So 2 heroes are down. The Aegis is down, but do LSC really want to do this? Tar is pretty low. The Clockwork all actually hits onto the Ancients. That definitely saves Tar's life. If that hookshot hits him, he's dead, and maybe the rest of his team too. Oh, there's a double damage here.
I think this Bloodseeker's gonna be a little more careful, seeing that how much damage that E-Blade waveform actually did to him.
Well, and he's got more stats now that he can morph into that agility, so if you thought it was bad before, as he starts to pick up some of these items, it's going to get worse and worse.
Yeah, he's still got 2 slots to fill, and 1 that's only partially filled. So.
The E-Blade that time is carapaced off by Aegis Warren. Assassinates, breaks the Lincolns. Now the call for red is going to be to go for the top lane there. They want to let Rubric get back up. Aegis Warren is falling around in Vendetta. Blinks out. Yeah, Rubric going to TP up to the shrine and work to meet his teammates. Oh god, as I look away for a second here. Now we got the Clockwork in onto 2 here. 4 steps do come out to allow them out, but now Neo into the middle of things here. He wants to kill Tar. He almost does so. Instead, he's going to get impaled up. The Lincolns get broken. He's going to get ruptured as well. He does not have Aegis this time. He's going to try to morph. He will morph into the Bloodseeker, but can't morph back. He is down. Red going way ultra aggressive, diving the towers, diving everything, and they're paying for it. It's going to be a full team wipe here. Triple kill for Snaps. The TP's trying to get out, but Tar picks it up. 5 down for Red, and the call is to push straight down the mid lane. What just happened?
They just got way too aggressive, diving almost into the fountain, and they just there's just all that damage coming out. Tar was just standing in the fountain, just wailing on them at 200 a hit, just chilling, nowhere near them.
Yeah, this Morphling is strong, but not going to be able to take on the full force of LSC. Needs to be able to burst people down, but at the same time, you take that tier 3 there and just walk away. You're in a good spot now. You're going to have to use your fort, and you might have to buy some people back. Otherwise, you're just giving up racks.
H1 has a scepter on the sticks too, so he's gonna be able to spam these mana burns and impales out.
5 seconds till the Morphling's up. This tier 3 will go down. Nice stomp onto 2 here. The double edge onto Tar. The ultimate will come out. The Stampede going there, but the Rupture comes out on him almost immediately. The Assassinate Bloodright will take care of the Rubric, who did buy back for that. Oh, now we got the hook shot onto Tar here. Nice pick there. 1,000 gold going in the way of Root Toot Toot. Tar out of position, and now maybe it's his turn to have to be buyback.
Checking Roche, but it's got at least another minute portal spawn.
So it looks like Neo is going to go for the Manta. Tired of getting silenced up in these fights. Gonna just grab that up. It is still very, very good stats for him. Gets good agility and allows him to get out of that Bloodright silence. After that, I would imagine he'll go back for the Scotty. The more stats, the better. I mean, the biggest problem now for Red is, you know, you have the chance to kill this tower. Now Aegisworn's got Ags, and pushing into this is going to be incredibly difficult. There's another DD rune here into the top lane. Let's see if they scout this out. Not in vision currently. Now Zeus might have seen it. Yep, he sees it.
Yep.
Pings it out. Roshan might spawn in 10 seconds.
See how lucky they are picking up this DD.
They are going to walk out. Oh, the hook shot now on a snapped. He does not want to die because he does not have buyback. The BKB is here, but the double damage Morphling just going to rip through him. He is down for 90 seconds. Roche gets almost a max spawn time, so kind of a moot point with that. 2 more minutes to go. Aegisworn not going to be able to defend underneath here.
Tower.
Yeah, this Morphling. The amount of damage that he's doing, 500 to hit. He's just going to tear through this. There's no chance for LSC to stop this. They need the silence. They need Aegisworn. They need something. Melee racks and a tier 3 gone now for LSC in the blink of an eye. Still 50 seconds without snaps. If they can find a good initiation for this Centaur or this Clockwork.
They could just go bottom. Like, this is a huge wave pushing in. Looks like they're just gonna go for shrines. I think they can take both shrines, and then after they do that, Roche should be up. You need to check. Oh, they're not gonna check without rock.
So Morcel's the one, picks up even more stats. Sitting at 259 agility right now.
He's getting very, very scary, and still got another slot he can fill. He can still drop that Akela.
So that adaptive strike's gonna do a ton of damage. So what is it here? The multiplier
2.5 times.
So it's gonna do
260.
Yeah, so it's gonna do 700 damage, and then the E-Blade's gonna do another 600. Hook shot onto the Lich, a little bit of a funky interaction there as the Force Staff kind of goes with it, but Zeus with that Nimbus gonna pick up the kill. So now Zeus down for 60 unless he decides to buy back. This Rubric is walking around with Nullfield on the offensive.
That's really good in this game for him, because with the waveform and stuff coming out and the Zeus, like, it buffs so much, and 22% is ridiculous.
And Red just trying to split the map as best they can, push in all lanes. Does look like they're going to rotate towards the top. They've scouted out the Roshan now.
They're going to go in here. They probably clear it pretty quick, too.
Yep, Morphling waveforms into the pit here, and some illusions to tank it, and he's still doing 300 a hit. The scouting ult from the Zeus will see the positioning here from Ziggy and Aegisworn, trying to do something. A nice rocket to delay the blink a little bit more. The Nimbus as well to scout things out. Very well played by Red, securing that Roshan and the cheese. Aegis and cheese both
forced in there to grab it.
He uses the Chain Frost too. He's down for 60 seconds, and even if he buys back, he has no ultimate now.
Yeah, he's just gotta sit back because he's not gonna be able to do much without that.
Oh, that was.
Might as well just waited it.
Like, I can see trying to take the chance on it and like, hey, I'll try to see if I can snatch this, but you can't panic cast that ult. Like, you need that ult now, and you don't have it.
Yeah. He was very late on that force through too, because they had picked it up and all of them except one had left already when he had forced in there.
Maybe just miscommunication, thinking the team was going to come in with the RP. I don't know, but either way, it for the moment.
Gonna have this Scotty.
The moment
He's
does not
just
appear
short.
to be a big deal. The net worth advantage now slightly in the favor of Red, but again, I want to say that's a little deceiving because, like, this Rubric having net worth over the Lich, maybe not the biggest of deals, but still, net worth is net worth. So Maybe he can make some big plays with that Lotus Orb.
Sells the Aquila and gets the Scotty.
Actually, now that I think about it, if this Rubric can cast Lotus Orb onto the Morphling and LSE does what they've been doing, which has been to proc the Lincolns with something and then immediately throw Rupture on, that would be huge if he could reflect Rupture. Like game-breaking huge. Tar is not here. He's trying to split push the map a little bit here. They know about this now. The Scotty just dead. Like, deleted instantly. He has to buy back. There's 90 seconds without him here. Aegisworm getting chased out here. The Zoo's going to go in. Now the buyback from Snap, but that's after the Nyx dies, and the Nyx buys back too. The Ziggy dies. He buys back as well. Lich is down for 80. Root 2-2 maybe in a little bit of trouble here, but his team, they're doing all the kinds of work here under this tier 3 tower. The Aegis still hasn't been procced. There's the Lotus Orb. Zeus getting a little bit deep there, throws out the Nimbus, but what does he carry now? Tar, he's dead. He's got 100 seconds. He's going to have to buy back now too. The stun onto Neo, but he's morphing up all kinds of strength. He does have the Aegis still. He will have that Aegis taken from him. He does not have cheese. He gave away the cheese to somebody. The blink stun from the Centaur. The morph comes out there. He's gonna be okay. That waveform able to save him. Now the Centaur, can he get out? No, he cannot, but a range barracks does go down in this bottom tower, or in this bottom lane.
That mid-range Rax is gonna die too.
So 2 barracks, 4 buybacks, 5 buybacks.
Top for LSC, maybe hoping that forces him back.
4 buybacks in that fight. The Lich ult before, the Lich buyback before that. Nobody on LSC has buyback now. They're down 3 barracks. Things, man, they fell apart so quickly.
Yeah, they need to be extremely careful now. They do not want to get caught by this morph by themselves, because he's just gonna blow any of them up. Like, maybe Magnus survives. I don't know. Because he did everything to Bloodseeker, and he's tankier than Magnus, so I think anyone caught by themselves with him is just done.
This morph has 4,500 gold.
They give up this tower, and he's going to continue push top.
They can still kill this shrine into the top lane, but he's just going to force them to come back and deal with him.
Tar's TP is backpacked right now, as is Bloodseeker's. Magnus has 2 ults though. He does have that refresher. It all come down to if he can get them off before
This
he
one
kills.
is sitting up here. He throws out the stun onto the Morphling, breaks the Lincolns with the mana burn here. But the waveform away will be there. Ziggy's here now. The E-Blade not going to connect. I think it actually hit a creep there. No skewer on him either, so a lot of missed skills there on both sides. And the ping is just going to come out to come kill the shrine.
Start pushing mid in as well.
The bottom lane not going to push as much as Red would like because the ranged was the pickup up there.
They do have 4 ranged creeps going right now, so that next wave 2 more, so it'll get here just a little slower than if it would have been the melees. But those range can do a lot.
Yeah, and this is where the Dota game becomes a little sleepier, but at the same time kind of tense, because one misstep here from LSE could just mean the game for them. Red know they have the advantage now. It's not a huge net worth advantage, but they've got the map advantage. Neo just gonna kind of split push things. The other 4 heroes sitting in the mid lane. It's just they want to push top and bottom. Try to get a fight somewhere and get an objective in the other place. They all have buybacks. Or at least the 3 cores have buybacks. The Skewer now onto the Morphling here. He is going to more strength and waveform away. This is the opportunity maybe that they were waiting for. Tar BKBs. Up into the top lane, though, nobody's pushing. Snaps is actually going to go after this Rubric. He gets picked up, and the stomp misses. The hook shot all the way through onto the Lich there. Things are going very, very crazily here, as nobody's able to hit anything. Aegis Warren under the ground here, throwing out the stuns, throwing out mana burns, just trying to get something, anything going on. Finally, the Rubric will die. The first casualty in this mess of a fight.
Morph isn't anywhere near this. He's bottom.
Yeah, he got forced back by that. I think he's just, he's wanted to morph all his agility and then use this shrine, and now he can morph back up a little bit to get some HP. The top lane here, Centaur in some trouble. He's going to get skewered back. Yeah, he's got the Blade Mail on and almost killed Tar, actually, with the returning Blade Mail. The Echo going to go back onto... Oh, the Echo Shell ended just before the Assassinate got there. The Sheep, though, comes out, and oh my god. Neo comes in and just obliterates Aegis Warren. Now we've got a hook shot onto the Bloodseeker after the waveform back from the Morphling. Snapped in a lot of trouble here. He's going to die. 121 seconds on the sideline from him. 100 on the sideline for Nyx.
He's going to have to make something happen with these two ults.
They are going to need some very, very clutch plays coming out here from the Magnus and from the Lich. They're going to need 2 big RPs into a Lich ultimate if they want to defend this. 80 seconds without their 2 probably best high ground heroes. The Stampede forces Tar back.
Be careful.
Neo going to go in as well. Throws out the E-Blade, but it gets dodged by the Blink. The fort is forced to come out here. This tower is going to die, even to these illusions. All the tier 3 towers now down. The Nimbus comes out to try to harass Tar back a little bit. The Centaur, the only hero up here, they are very afraid of this RP. In the meantime, Morphling in the bottom lane, he's bossed down there. He kills that range barracks. We got a hook shot now onto Tar, and he's dead. Down for 124. This could just be the game here. All 3 cores. The Lich goes down as well. Lich buys back. He has an ultimate. Ziggy and Lich, the only ones left, but this is going to be Mega's Team Red. It looks like they've done it. They were 10k down.
Now 10k up.
They've got Megas. And a little bit of fountain farming here as the Clockwork and the Centaur will take those objectives.
So where did it go wrong for LSD in this game?
You know, I don't know. Like, it felt like they just could not quite get the team fight together. Like, I don't know. Like, it just felt like the Magnus was not quite able to get some big stuns. Felt like they were on different pages at some point. Like, it felt like even when they were getting kills in team fights, even when, you know, everybody's landing skills, they were still losing heroes. And that Morphling was just able to catch up. Like, I am not sure exactly how that went the way that it did, but a huge comeback there from Team Red, and unfortunate for LSE to end the season like this after they looked so strong for the rest of it, but still a great season from them. Perennial contenders in that contender league, and we look forward to seeing both of these teams next year. Team Red have been so impressive this season, completely undefeated in the tournament, so well played to them. Maniac, any final thoughts before we head out?
Just good games to both teams, and I can't wait to see them play again next season.
All right, guys, so thanks for watching. Again, we are all about Dota. If you like what we do, you can follow our channel. We definitely appreciate anything, even just the simple follow. Or you can jump onto Twitter. I am Legion Dota. He is Maniac. And when Sequoia is able to be here, he is at Sequoia. Check us out, whether it's on Twitter, in the Captain's Draft League, which we will be casting continually, the Reddit Dota 2 League, all that kind of stuff. We are here all the time for your casting pleasure. If you would like us to cast a game, shoot us a message either on Steam, through AD2L, Twitter, all kinds of ways to contact us. Anyway, I'm going to stop plugging, and we're going to get out of here. One more bumper. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.